Okay, hi, welcome back everyone. So, how was lunch? Okay, I hope you guys did had a good lunch. Okay, so while waiting for our next participants, well, you know who? Okay, I hope that ICMC you are ready. Okay, before we get you on stage. But as of now, I would like to remind you guys just a refresher. Okay, actually, for this session, the grand final, what you need to do is what the participants will be doing is they're going to do a pitching around 10 minutes and then going to have Q&A session from two of our judges. And then last, before the participants be off stage, they will hear a commentary from one of our beloved judges. Okay, just to recap or just to sum up on what they have seen on your pitching. Okay, so please stay tuned. And before that, oh, I would like to remind you, okay, since this is our first time doing virtual for RBTX Challenge 2021, I would like you guys, especially the team that have already presented during the session today, I hope you guys can just give us like feedbacks on how well do we do it and how do you experience this kind of virtual event for RBTX challenge. Is it okay? Is it good? Or is it the best that you have ever been so far in any competition? Okay, so the link will be on the chat, okay, in the chat room there. So please make sure you stay tuned until the end. And I really hope that all of the contestants here today and also the guardians and the teachers or the parents, in fact, if you are here, please feel free to drop by and fill up the forms that we're gonna put on the chat. Okay, and as you can see, I can see that some of the team and some of our judges are actually actively chatting in the chat box. So please do respond, especially when the judges are like commenting on your presentation. Okay, just respond to it so that we can keep this link and this chat very active. Okay, and yeah, it will be a lot of fun, I bet. Okay. All right. So, may I know who is here now with me today? Can you just like spam our stage with any effects like claps or something? Are you guys doing good? How are you so far? All right. Awesome. Yes. Wow. Okay. Emoji. All the best, everyone. Let me just read through some of our comments here. Yes, all the best, IZMZ, which is our next participant. Oh, and he's doing solo, by the way. All right, just the same as our second participant just now, SCB Innovation. All right, and then yes, all the best, everyone. All the best for those teams that are going to compete today. All right. Okay. Awesome. And yeah, please browse through the tab that we have on top of your chat box. We have Q&A, we have polls, we have also some raise hand. That one is not really yeah. Okay, but the main thing is that you can also ask any questions, and the judges also sometimes will give us some questions at the Q&A session. Okay, so it's okay if we have time. I'm just going to show the questions to our judges or maybe the panelists as well. Okay, all right, so now it's already 3 minutes before we will go. Oh no, 1 minute, is it? Okay, one more minute before we go live for our next participant. Adik Idlan Zafran Muhammad Zaidi, IZMC team. Oh, I can see his face now. Okay. All right. So are you ready, Idlan?
Yes.
Awesome. Your side is also ready. Well done. Yeah, you are on stage. Over to you and have fun. All the best. Whenever you are ready, yeah, Adik Idlan. Okay, yeah, I can see your slide now. Good to go.
Assalamualaikum and a very good evening I bid to the host, the fellow judges, my fellow competitors and the fellow audience. Hi, my name is Idlan Zafran and I am here to present to you my project, the IZNZ farming. Before we proceed, I would like to apologize because I did not prepare the physical prototype. This is because I am currently still sitting for the SPM trials, plus I am in a body call. boarding school. Therefore, with the current standard operating procedures, it is quite a restriction to buy the items needed to build the physical prototype. However, as an alternative, I've prepared a 3D design of my project using Blender. For decades, conventional farming has been the primary means to grow food. On current trends, by 2050, we'll need 50% more food for a growing population. The conventional farming, though, has not been considered the best in meeting the demand due to the high usage of water. This is because the water used to water the plants is left evaporated instead of reused for subsequent watering sessions. Next is it requires large footprint area. As population grows, large footprint area for conventional farming becoming limited, therefore less suitable meeting the current demand. After that is inefficiencies. This is because plants aren't monitored continuously. Only best fruits and vegetables are kept while others are left to waste. Over time, the waste gradually breaks down to form methane, which is a greenhouse gas that is up to 86 times more potent than carbon dioxide. Finally, vast dependency on chemicals resulting in health, environmental, and food security issues. The chemicals used may benefit plant growth but have been linked to several diseases such as cancer, allergies, obesity, and much more. Of the 25 most commonly used commercial pesticides, 18 harm the skins, eyes, and lungs, 17 cause genetic damage, 6 disrupt normal hormonal function, and etc. Many fertilizers also run off the soil and into the oceans, creating vast polluted dead zones that have more than doubled since 1990. Therefore, IZMZ Farming has prepared a solution for the aforementioned problem. Please enjoy the glimpse of the future. Now, let's dive into the flow of the project. As the program starts, the evaporative cooling fans are turned on. If the temperature sensor detects temperature less than 20 degrees Celsius, the evaporative cooling fans will turn off and wait for 30 minutes before measuring the temperature again. If the temperature sensor detects temperature more than 20 degrees Celsius, the evaporative cooling fans will turn back on. Next is for the water flow. Every 84 hours, the water containing nitrates from fish waste is pumped to each level to water the plants. Since IZMZ farming is using aquaponic system, which of course contains fish. Therefore, it is equipped with an automated fish feeder that will feed the fish every 8 hours. Next, IZMZ farming is also an indoor farming. Hence, it uses artificial sunlight that will automatically turn on if the light-dependent resistor detects low light intensity, while turn off if the light-dependent resistor detects high light intensity. For the solar tracker, which is equipped with two light-dependent resistor, if the right light-dependent resistor detects high light intensity than the left light-dependent resistor, the rotating plate turns 3 degrees to the right or clockwise. For the main program, if the ultrasonic sensor 1 detects an object, in this case, which is the tray, less than 2 cm away, the autonomous seed dropper drops the seed. RoboWall will then push the tray. Until color sensor 1 detects the green color, the elevator will then collect and send the tray to the lower level. Next, if the ultrasonic sensor 2, which is on the second floor, detects tray that is less than 2 centimeters away, the claw will move towards the tray, and the ultrasonic sensor paired with the claw will start measure the height of the plants. If the plants have grown to the optimum height, that is less than 5 centimeters away from the ultrasonic sensor on the claw will then pick the plants and transfer them into the box. Until every plant has been plugged, the elevator will send the tray back to the starting point. Now, what is the significance of this project? Well, to begin with, it can be monitored in real time. This is because with the use of Wi-Fi module, farmers can easily visualize the production levels, soil moisture, and more in real time and remotely to accelerate decision making. Next is it produces more. This is because it is a year-round production. Moreover, with crop treatment optimization such as accurate planting, watering, and harvesting. After that, it is more efficient because it reduces resource consumption, human error, and overall production costs. It is also sustainable since it uses renewable energy from solar tracker, which is an upgraded solar panel that can track the sunlight's position to benefit the highest solar energy absorption. IZMZ farming also requires less footprint area. This is because it uses the vertical farming method. Thus, less footprint area is required. Next is efficient use of water. This is because it reuses water from aquarium tank to water the plants. Meanwhile, the water also acts as fertilizer for the plants as it contains nitrate from the fish waste. After that is the plants are cultivated in a controlled environment. This is because the evaporative cooling fans distribute the heat evenly throughout the growing area. The wind constantly moves the plants around and causes the plants to produce hormones that increase the root system's strength, stem, and branches. Last but not least, it is also benefits in terms of education. This is because it is equipped with a QR code that is for the factory visitors to scan and get the information about the plants and system. To provide a better picture of the project, here is the working prototype video of IZMZ farming. And finally, for the product specification, IZMZ farming is equipped with Arduino Uno, artificial sunlight, warfare module, temperature and humidity sensor, touch sensor, light dependent resistor, motor, ultrasonic sensor, and color sensor. That is all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Adik Idlan. All right. So looking good. That was awesome. Good presentation. So I'm gonna ping you on stage. All right. Okay, can you unpresent your slide first? Can you stop presenting?
Okay.
All right, so that I can bring you on stage and we can invite the judges for question and answer time. Okay, so how do you feel, Adik Idlan?
I I have lost just a bit nervous
But you don't seem nervous during the presentation. You look good.
because currently my friend is watching me.
Supporting you, you mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Sure, no problem. Since our judges is also ready, so I'm going to invite them on stage. So be prepared and just have fun, okay? Jadi Idlan, all right. So we're gonna have our judges that's gonna give some question. The first one will be Dr. Zurita. So Dr. Zurita, are you in? Hi, Dr. Zurita. Okay, all right. Since we lost Dr. Zurita for a while, maybe we can proceed with Encik Nizam. Are you ready for your question? Okay, I'll pin you first. All right. Okay, so over to you, Encik Nizam.
Hi, Idlan. Amazing job, amazing presentation. I was really awed by the video that you provided on the IZMZ farming. So I have two questions, if I'm not mistaken. It depends on your answer if I have subsequent questions eventually. But I'm interested with the concept of using the waste from the fish, water from the fish waste. Where will be the location of the fish be in relative to the whole bulk system over there?
Oh, actually, at the lowest part there is an aquarium.
I see. Okay, all right. Okay, I got it. Okay, in terms of like types of crops, is this applicable for all types of crops, or are you targeting any specific types of plants, or how is it?
I believe that it is applicable for mostly vegetables. Um, that is not in a large scale, but uh, for example, cabbages,
Good.
carrots
So
can also do.
that's good. That's great. So, do you think this is applicable for like people who are not planting crops for like big scale, but they can also do it at home as well? Do
Yeah.
you see it as something applicable? Okay, that's great. That's good. Um, 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 During the process of doing this project, the concept brainstorming did all of this. I think you've already mentioned one of the challenges that you face, which is you are preparing for your SPM as well. So you were not able to have a proper prototype. That's fine. That's okay. But other than that, did you encounter any other challenges, and how did you solve it?
Uh, Only the main challenge is facing hectic schedule. That is,
Okay.
yeah. Because currently I am still in the week of SPM trials, uh, uh, but I still managed to do it, even though it is uh, a heavy challenge for me lah.
Okay, all right. All right. Good luck to you, Idlan Zafran. Good luck for your SPM as well. So I don't have any other further questions. Over to you, Sakina.
Okay, thank you so much, Encik Nizam. Interesting, and a good answers from you, Idlan, as well. Prepared. Okay, so since we are still trying to contact Dr. Zurita for this Q&A session, another Q&A session. So can I invite Miss Rahima? Are you ready? Yeah, just for the commentary purposes first, and then we'll proceed with Dr. Zurita. Okay, so I'll pin you up.
Okay.
Okay, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Kin. Hi, Idlan. Congratulations. Even though you have disclaimer, you are not ready with the prototype, tapi you nampak so ready. Starting from the problem statement, it clearly defined actually. When people talk about agriculture, it's something that we eat, okay? Vegetables, the fruits too. And then you talk about the conventional and then the side effects. So that's the storyline. So beautiful storyline about the problem itself. And then you talk about the problem that people might not aware of the water itself. And then the flow pun it's beautiful flow where you share the item first and then you share the flow and then you share both in a story. So that's good even you don't have the prototype, but the 3D tu cantik lah. You buat sendiri ke?
Yes.
Alright, so good job. Thanks to your friends juga yang bagi semangat. Even though you are solo apa ni kan contestant, but still you are a good innovator lah, Idlan. Keep it up.
Thank you.
InsyaAllah nanti can come up with the prototype and sell. Okay. Alright.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Rahima. Yes, indeed, the video was awesome. Yes, and wow, when you say that you did it yourself, kudos, a big hand to you. Okay, and not to forget your friend as your big supporter. Well, that is a very good friend that you have around here. Okay, all right. So all the best, Idlan. Okay, let's wait for the judges' marks and points. Okay, I hope you do well. And since we are still trying to reach out Dr. Zurita. Okay. I got one question for you. Are you okay with that? Because we have Q&A from the it's actually from Janisa.
Yes, Sakina, if I can ask IZ Idlan directly, if it's that okay with you.
Sure. Yeah, sure, no problem.
Okay, Idlan, so you talk about, I'm sorry, I'm just intrigued by the concept of having the fish at the side of this whole farming system as well. We will be monitoring the plants via the apps as well.
Yeah.
So will that also the app incorporate monitoring the fish as well? Like it's also a living thing, so it's a bit of a concern if we don't, take care of the health or the needs of the fish as well.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for the question. Okay. So currently, I haven't decided yet. But for now, we in the app we have the control of the fish feeder, but maybe in the future planning we can do something that can some system that can manage to monitor the fish health and so on.
That's great. That's great. That's wonderful. So I'm guessing you haven't actually try on the apps as well because you are hectic with your schedule. So, okay. All right. Sure. All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you too.
All right, I believe that will be all. Thank you so much, Encik Nizam. Wow, actually, when the judges ask questions, right, that is one like some fears or something that you can also try to study more or to give more for your projects add on, right? Okay, so thank you so much, Encik Nizam. Thank you so much, Miss Rahima, and thank you so much, Idlan, um for your presentation. And well, guess what? We have Dr. Zurita in. We managed to get them. Okay, so Ilan, are you up for it? Okay,
Yes.
so let's welcome Dr. Zurita on stage. Well, okay, let's wait for a while. We're trying to pin her. Okay, meanwhile, Ilan, you just get ready to sit back and relax. Okay, all right. Oh,
Assalamualaikum. Sorry.
okay, over to you,
I'm not
Doctor.
sure why my network is not working well. Okay, Itlan, thank you. Congratulations for your super project. I can say a super project, even though you don't have this physical prototype, but you the ideation of your project is really superb. And I just love if you can make it a physical prototype. My question is, do you know what is the power that you need for your prototype? What is the voltage supply that you need for your prototype? I can see just now you show me the solar tracker. Do
Yeah.
you place your LDR at the solar tracker?
Yeah. On each side of the solar tracker, on the right side, one on the right side and one on the left side.
Okay, so what is the expected power that your system will use, and what is the voltage supply uh, the system will use?
Uh,
But because I can see a lot of sensors and then
yeah.
microcontroller, and that just Uno microcontroller, maybe just a very low voltage like 5 volt. Um, but the whole system, like I can see, like you have a conveyor kind of things. The movement must be a lot of motors that you use. So motors needs some voltage.
Yeah.
So maybe if you have any idea how much power
Um,
consumed by your system.
I'm sorry, but I don't think I have any idea of the power consumption of the project. But uh, from based on my own assumption is that maybe because what am I doing right now is currently just a prototype, and then for the maybe in the future it can be bigger inside bigger scale. Also, it can also be for home use or industrial use. Therefore, it depends on the scale of the project, and such as the solar tracker also. Currently, I'm using the solar tracker to benefit highest solar energy absorption. But maybe in the future planning, I want to modify it. Maybe currently I'm researching onto putting a sand underneath the solar to also benefit highest energy absorption because of the reflected light,
Good.
reflected sunlight. So maybe uh, to answer the exact voltage, I'm not able to do that, but
It's
I
okay.
guess it is enough to power up the project right now.
Good. Okay, thank you so much for the answer.
Thank you. Welcome.
Okay, so any more question, Dr. Zurita? Or that
No more from
no
me.
more.
All right.
Okay. All right. So thank you so much, all judges, Miss Rahima, Miss Encik Nizam, and also Dr. Zurita. And congrats, Idlan, for your presentation. And yeah, fret not. Okay, all the questions is actually an input. Treat it as a process and enjoy it. And yeah, even though the SPM is still on, okay, all the best to you for that one also. And all the best um for the marks for this session. Okay, so thank you again, and yeah, all the best, Idlan. So, guys, before we proceed for our next team, which will be drop pods, okay? So, we are going to play on a very interesting video, okay, all the way from UMP, one of our main sponsors as well for this RBTX challenge. And we also gonna have like a little bit of teaser about RBTX episode 3 and 4. Okay, so guys, stay tuned, and yeah, we'll proceed for the next one right after this. Okay, and by then, please make sure you spam us with chats and encouraging words on the chat box because we will really need that as well. Okay, so see you then afterwards. Enjoy the video. Bye bye.
Hai dan selamat sejahtera para robotiers. Saya Farhana. Selamat kembali ke siri tutorial robotik bersama dengan Petrosains. Kalau dalam episod sebelum ini, kita telah pun berjaya memasang perisian ataupun software M-Block 5 dan seterusnya memasukkan extension atau sambungan yang diperlukan terus kepada robot motif kita ini. Dalam episod ini, kita akan belajar pula mengenai apakah itu output bagi robot motif. Adakah anda sudah bersedia? Jom kita mulakan. Apakah itu output? Output itu adalah sebenarnya tindak balas robot berdasarkan arahan yang kita berikan kepadanya seperti fungsi LED dan juga pergerakan motor. Sebagai contoh, output LED dapat dinyalakan sekiranya kita berikan arahan kepada robot motif ini dan boleh dinyalakan dan juga dimatikan, ataupun fungsi motor sama ada boleh dipusingkan mengikut arah-arah tertentu seperti lawan jam ataupun arah jam, yang seterusnya akan menentukan sama ada robot ini bergerak ke hadapan ataupun ke belakang. Jadi sebenarnya terdapat dua jenis output yang kita gunakan untuk robot motif ini, iaitu digital dan juga analog. Apakah itu output digital? Output digital adalah di mana anda hanya mempunyai dua pilihan yang boleh anda lakukan, sama ada seperti hidup atau mati, ataupun on and off, ataupun kosong dan satu, ataupun 0 or 1. Sebagai contoh, kita tengok kalau dekat rumah, persekitaran kita, sekiranya kita ingin menyalakan lampu, kan? Okey, kita ada dua pilihan, sama ada kita on ataupun off lampu, sama ada kita buka ataupun kita padamkan lampu. Manakala output analog adalah di mana anda mempunyai pilihan untuk menentukan julat ataupun range. Sama seperti sekiranya anda ingin memasak dan menggunakan oven, anda boleh menyelaras suhu yang anda ingin gunakan bagi memasak makanan anda. anda telah pun belajar tentang definisi dan asas output, teruskan setia bersama kami kerana selepas ini kita akan belajar lebih lanjut berkenaan dengan output. Dalam episod seterusnya, kita akan memulakan pengaturcaraan ataupun coding ke dalam robot motif. Jumpa anda di episod seterusnya. Bye-bye Robotiers! Hai dan salam sejahtera para robotiers. Saya Farhana. Selamat kembali ke siri tutorial robotik bersama Petrosains. Saya yakin anda pasti tidak sabar untuk mula memprogram robot anda, bukan? Jadi, dalam episod ini kita akan mula mengekod dan memprogram robot kita. Adakah anda sudah bersedia? Jom kita mulakan. Jadi, untuk permulaan kita akan belajar bagaimana untuk memprogram LED di atas robot motif ini. Pertama sekali, kita perlu menghubungkan robot motif ini dengan komputer kita melalui kabel USB yang diberikan. Jadi, kita sambungkan wayar USB ini di lubang ataupun port, kita panggil USB, and then kemudian kita sambungkan ke komputer kita. Okey, setelah sambungan dilakukan, kita buka atau open software and block 5 di komputer kita. Okey, jadi perkara pertama yang kita akan lakukan, setiap set arahan yang kita berikan mestilah dimulakan dengan block header when motif start. Sebab apa? Sebab kita gunakan robot motif. Seperti yang saya cakap tadi, kita ingin menyalakan kesemua lampu LED di atas robot motif ini. Jadi kita perlu pergi ke function motif LED. Tapi sebelum tu saya nak tanya, adakah kita ingin menyalakan lampu ini sekali saja? Okey, untuk episod kali ini, okey, kita cuba untuk kontrol lampu ini supaya melakukan set arahan itu berulang kali. Jadi kita pilih block forever dahulu, okey, dan kemudian barulah kita pergi ke function ataupun set arahan bagi LED tersebut. Okey, dekat sini, okey, dekat dalam perisian ini kita panggil blok arahan ni motif LED. Jadi ada pelbagai blok arahan yang boleh kita pilih. Jadi untuk kali ini kita pilih yang ini, turn all LED on. Okey, apa kata kita cuba untuk buat LED ini berkelip-kelip. Okey, jadi apa yang kita perlu buat, kita pergi ke blok ini. Okey, turn all LED on, kita letakkan berapa lama untuk LED ini on ataupun menyala, dan kemudian kita cuba buat dia off pula. Okey, jadi macam mana kita nak buat? Okey, trik ini saya ajarkan. Okey, kita duplicate the same block, okey, dan kita letakkan di bawah. Dengan M block 5 ni amat mudah. Okey, dia seperti puzzle saja. Anda cuma cantum-cantumkan sahaja set arahan anda. Kalau tadi kita on, kali ni cuba kita off. Okey, now kita tengok. Kita cuba hantarkan arahan yang telah tersedia ini kepada robot kita pula. Jadi kita kena pastikan connection atau hubungan komputer dengan robot ini telah tersedia. Okey, kita klik pada sini. Okey, kita cuba connectkan dia atau kita hubungkan dia. Okey, connected. Okey, berjaya disambungkan. Dan kemudian kita klikkan kepada upload. Okey, upload ni bermakna kita hantarkan arahan yang kita buat tadi ke dalam robot motif ini. Okey, ke dalam microcontroller lah. Okey, the code has been uploaded bermakna telah berjaya. Jom kita tengok. Jadi bermakna LED ini telah berjaya dinyalakan dan juga dipadamkan mengikut sengga masa yang telah kita tetapkan, iaitu 1 saat menyala dan 1 saat dipadamkan. Berkelip-kelip lah. Okey, jadi ini hanyalah bahagian pertama untuk pengaturcaraan robot. Mudah bukan? Dalam episod seterusnya, kita akan mempelajari pula berkenaan dengan input bagi robot motif. Jumpa anda di episod seterusnya. Bye-bye robotiers.
Okay, so we're back on track. So just now is a very interesting video. It's about RBTX and about what are the things that we can use for our own benefits, okay, to make our life easier. And definitely use during this pandemic, that will be very, very beneficial for our safety as well. Okay, and guys, while we're waiting for our next contestant from all the way from PJ, we have Dropbox. Okay, I'm just going to run through our chat box here, which is very, very active, by the way. And guys, well, you can see that actually all the projects that you have pitched is really, really catch our judges' attention. Well, for instance, from Encik Faiz. Okay, so for the previous contestant about the ecosystem, IZMZ. So let me read through the comments. It's like a complete ecosystem can be very therapeutic as well as having the vegetables and feeding the fish in my own backyard. Wow, how interesting and well, I'm looking forward. Okay, all right, and good job IZMZ. Of course, wow, and Miss No Almira will love to get one for herself on your project ICMZ. Make sure you do the prototypes very soon. Okay. All right, and yeah, we have a lot of supports from our judges, and well, okay, from Encik Nizam, we have he's commenting on our second team, and no, from Town Maker, our fourth team just now with Map Box all the way from Sarawak. Wow, okay, so please make sure you make it into reality because well you have a list of um, bookings coming up for your projects. Okay, all right, and last but not least from our organizers, okay, untuk makluman para peserta, as kita ada booth yang menarik yang yang ada dekat kita punya virtual RBTX challenge, and the booth is virtual and you can access it whenever you are free. Kalau macam contoh you dah pun present, you dah pitch and then you just want to roam through our platform, feel free to visit the booth because during these 2 days, sepanjang 2 hari ini, kita boleh melawat booth-booth dan merasai pengalaman interaktif yang ditawarkan dekat sana. And I said earlier, as I mentioned, yang menariknya, well, you can respond to it virtually. Okay, seperti you guys boleh comment or you can also macam jawab quiz or something, any interactive things that are happening inside the booth. Okay, you can just interact and then you can collect the points, and whenever you have achieved certain points ataupun you just collect as much as you can redeem exclusive Petrosains merchandise. Okay, so please make sure that you try to be as interactive as possible dekat sini and also at our virtual booth. Okay, because well, it is simply will give you more prizes and gifts. Okay, only in RBTX Challenge 2021. Okay, and it seems that all of our contestants are here. Okay, so are you guys ready for our next team? Give me some love. Yes, let's give us some support. Yes, all smiles, everyone. Awesome. And yes, and please spam us with any response on the chat wall as well. Okay, we really need that. You can just give some motivational cheers for our participants, and also if let's say you have any comments for our previous ones, feel free to just drop by on the chat box at the side. Okay, all right, it seems like our contestants are ready. Are you guys ready? Can I yeah. It seems like Alfred here is on and off. Are you guys in the same space, the same venue?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, and Miss Pui Pui, is it a contestant ataupun is it like your guardian?
No.
Your
She's
teacher.
our teacher. Yeah.
All
Just
right.
she's helping to present.
I see.
Just show the presentation.
Okay, sure. So I'm just gonna pin the three of you here on stage, and yeah, and the others will just wait on the side. Okay. All right. Okay, all smiles. Wow, very bright smiles, Sunsan. Okay. And then, yes, so all three of you are up on stage. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Yes, I can hear you guys clearly. Alfred, can we test your mic? Are you ready? Are you ready, Alfred?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so eyes on the camera, bright smile. Off you go. All the best, guys.
Good day, judges. We would like to present to you our project, Automated Medicine Dispense.
Oh wait. We haven't shared the screen.
Good day, judges. We would like to present to you our project, Automated Medicine Dispense. Good day, judges. We would like to present to you our project, Automated Medicine Dispense System, or in short, we call it AMDS. Let me introduce our team. I am After Chong Han Jie. My other teammates are Chi Sun Qian and Kang Jin Chen. We are from SMK Tropicana Robots team. Our team is SDG9, which is Industry, Innovation and Infrastructure. We focus on Team 9 tool by promoting inclusive and sustainable pharmacy industry. After doing some research, a study written by Tian Xiang Guang, Total Dispense Medicine, increased yearly and insufficient manpower to cope the increased demand of medicine. Other than that, pharmacies rush to prepare medication in limited time that may cause human error in preparation. Wong Xia Xing wrote in his article, Pharmacy Practice in Malaysia, that there are insufficient number of pharmacists working in government hospitals, and problem occurs when pharmacists need to dispense medicine to many patients in a short period of time while providing good customer service to patients. Besides, the process of medication dispensing is time consuming. Data from research, analysis of waiting time for filling prescription in hospital pharmacy indicated that there was excessive workloads in private or general pharmacy counter. Thus, several strategies should be performed to decrease waiting time. Furthermore, patients may not have time to wait in the queue for face-to-face session with pharmacists, especially during pandemic COVID-19. Lastly, most pharmacies only open during business hours, which is inconvenient. In Fred Gabbard's article, The Future of Pharmacy Automation stated that robots are more efficient, reliable, and less expensive than technicians or pharmacists. Therefore, we would like to propose Automated Medicine Dispense System, AMDS, which is a kiosk that integrates robotic and IoT to dispense medicine to patients using valid QR code prescription or buying over-the-counter medicine that enables patients to get required medicine at any time and anywhere. Doctors or pharmacists using AMDS software will be able to produce paperless prescription in form of QR code and send through email. Patients can use the given valid QR code to scan at AMDS kiosk, which can be implemented anywhere to reduce risk, exposure to COVID-19 and waiting time.
AMDS kiosks can be installed and implemented in residential area, LRT stations, shopping malls, and offices. For example, Petronas can place AMDS kiosks at the front of its office or lobby where it can be easily accessed. Our AMDS vision is to promote inclusive and sustainable pharmacy industry by using automated medicine dispensing system, which integrates prescription of medicine endorsed by doctors and allow community for easy access to prescribed medicines. Our AMDS mission is to build an automated machine that dispenses medicine to sick people at any convenient time and place. This is AMDS product specification. We use 5 stages of methodology to implement AMDS. This is the view of our AMDS app using MIT App Inventor. This is our project flowchart. Our project significance are reduce waiting time and face-to-face session, address staffing issues, cut down preparation and focus on patient care, a convenient kiosk to be placed anywhere, medicine can be purchased after office hours, and cashless or mobile payments.
This is a video of our working prototype. This is our top view of our AMDS kiosk. Here we have 2 medicine dispense modules. Each will contain different medicine. Here we have two EV3 server motor which are controlled by an EV3 brand. When the customer orders the medicine from AMDS apps, each of the server motor will dispense their respective medicine. Right here, we have a fan which regulates the temperature of the medicine. Right here, we have a OLED display which shows the temperature of the system. As you can see here, it displays the temperature of the humidity of the system. Here, we have a temperature sensing module DHT22 which detects the temperature of the system. Here, we have a meter owner which controls the temperature sensor and the OLED display. Here, we have a tablet which displays our application. In AMDS application, there are two types of medicine. One is prescribed and another one is over-the-counter medicine. For over-the-counter medicine, we can click on the medicine that we want to buy. We can select buy now, and we can select cashless or mobile payment. Then after AMDS app will connect to the EV3 brain via Bluetooth after confirmation of purchasing. As for prescribed medicine, doctor will give a QR code to the patient. Patient can buy medicine from this AMDS kiosk with the given QR code using cashless or mobile payment after the verification of the expiry of prescription. This AMDS will dispense the medicine toward a funnel and drop into a container. Patient can collect medicine from the container after payment. After that, new containers will be refilled after the purchase. The challenges we face are: first, due to time constraint, we only managed to build 2 dispenser modules. Second, software build not able to sync with cashless payment platform yet. Third, software for pharmacists and doctors to create QR code prescription has not been developed yet and unable to determine the cost as this is a prototype using Lego milestone parts. The estimated cost of our prototype using Lego milestone is around 4,000 ringgit, but we believe the costs can be lower when mass production. Our future development are AMDS kiosk with CCTV, alarm, enhanced AMDS software to generate QR code and send via email. Next, use of RFID for doctors to access AMDS software. Usage of medicine container by using sealable packet, and moving towards environmental friendly hospital by reducing the usage of printed prescription and receipt. That's all for our presentation today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Wow, that was fast. Okay, awesome presentation. Okay, let's give them a warm cheer. Okay, using the emojis that we have here. Okay, congrats for your presentation, Team Chatbots. So, how do you feel?
Very relieved and
Very
happy,
relieved.
excited.
Yes, I know the
Very
feeling.
nervous.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So if you guys are ready and good to go, can I just invite our judges for the Q&A
Yeah, sure.
session?
Yeah,
Is it
sure.
okay?
Sure.
All right. Awesome. So for your session, we're gonna have Miss Rahima for the first question, Miss Ranjita for the second one, and then comments from Dr. Hairato. So I'm gonna invite Miss Rahima first. Miss Rahima, are you ready?
Yes, Kin.
Awesome. Okay, over to you.
Hello, Jingquan, Sunjian,
Hi.
Alfred. Hello. Smiley team yang
Hi.
paling banyak smile hari ni. Excited eh? Alright, congratulations on the innovation lah yang you've done. Alright, my questions yeah. Since this one's the involve the medicine, and I understand if the AMDS, AMDS, if it's used for the over-the-counter medicine, that should be okay. But for the prescribed one, because as in the pharmacy as well, we have to see the pharmacist, right, to buy the prescribed medicine. But for the the AMDS, this one, can you explain further about the flow, the patients, how can they get the QR code from the doctor and all that? Can you explain further for that flow?
Okay.
Are you guys clear with the question, Dropbox? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so you can proceed with the answer.
Boleh. Take your time.
If it's prescribed medicine, a QR code will be given to the patient, and that will take it to AMDS and to validate the expiry date.
Yeah, from the patient. For example, I myself want to get the prescribed the medicine, right? So I
Yeah.
have to contact the doctor. That's flow. Can you explain further about the flow? Is it that I call the doctor?
They can send the QR code through Gmail, and when the Gmail is received, the patient can go to the AMDS kiosk and scan, and AMDS will validate the expiry date.
Okay, cool. You want to show something, Alfred? Are you looking for the deck?
If the QR code is expired, AMDS will ask the patient to go and look for the doctor again to redeem a new QR code.
All right, interesting. It's a real problem, and it's a very creative solution from you guys. All right, that's my question. Kin?
All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Rahima. That was a very interesting questions and very practical indeed, and good answers from the team as well. So let us wait no further. Let us welcome Ms. Ranjita for our next question. Ms. Ranjita, are you ready?
Yes, thank you. All right, congratulations, guys. Making it so far. I definitely have to tell you guys that you have really thought through the problem, looking into accessibility, looking into alternative solutions, and trying to make it as fail-proof as possible, right? So that people, the medicine doesn't fall into the wrong hands, right? So I'm very intrigued that I'm impressed that you already thought about your challenges, and possible solutions as well as future development. So my guess is that one of the biggest challenges is that you lack expertise in certain areas, right? So who do you plan to engage? Who are the technical experts or the people that you need to engage to make it a reality? Basically, bring your project to fruition 100%. Have you thought about that?
Our coach.
Hi. Are you guys okay with the
Our
questions?
our coach and our seniors to help us out.
Sorry, I didn't get it. Could you speak louder, Alfred?
Our coach and senior who helped us out.
Right. So you think that just engaging your seniors and your coach would be sufficient to solve all the problems and challenges that.
And some online research, and maybe some reference from others.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. And just food for thoughts. Maybe you guys can also collaborate with us because we have our own research center, Petronas yourself. Okay, that might be something that you can ponder upon. Okay, and yeah, since this is a very interesting project, make sure you can just be in touch. Okay, all right. And since we have our Petronas team also as our judges, maybe you can also try to message them, PM them for that one. Oh, yes, and for our last but not least, we have. Oh, is that all, Miss Ranjita? Sorry if I cut you short.
No worries. Yeah, that was my question. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Miss D. Okay, so let us proceed with comments from Dr. Hairato. Dr. Hairato, are you?
Hi.
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 Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, very clear.
Congratulations. Good job. Like what your previous judge mentioned, all smiles. Good. No stress, yeah? Okay. So this project was similar to another project. Did you look at the what do you call, cost estimation and the market value if you were to implement this project?
Yeah, for ours, it's
Oh.
around 4,000 because we are using Lego parts. If we use other parts, I believe it will be cheaper.
Okay, so I'm supposed to give comments, right? So when we have pitching, sorry. So when we have pitching, it's good to, because you want to sell your product, right? So if you are going for pitching, you must make sure that you have compared whatever. You always want to make your innovation seen as better than what you have in the market, right? So always have the cost estimation, always have the cost of the product, cost of utilization and also maintenance. To give a glance to the industry people, especially the industry, they always think about money. Okay, so what did I write down here? So as mentioned by Ms. Ranjita, the expertise, not only just research or ask your teachers or your seniors, you also have to engage with expertise or collaborate with expert panel. We don't know everything, but we can get advice or ideas from external parties to improve your innovation. Okay. How your innovation appeals to the consumers, because at the end of the day, you are looking at the consumers as well. Okay, so good smile, Chi Sun Zian, smiling all the way, Tan Jing Kwan, smiling all the way, Alfred, Shaika. So good job. Okay, good job. That's all from me.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Hairatul. Yes, best smile indeed. Okay, if let's say we have a prize, yeah, I agree with Dr. Hairatul. And also some of the comments here, they say, nice presentation, nice smile, easily won the best smiles category if we have one today. Okay, all right. So congratulations to all. Thanks, Tang Jing Xuan, Chi Sun Xian, all smiling all the way, and also Alfred. And thank you so much, all the judges, all right, for the very, very interesting questions and also very interesting comments indeed. Okay, so all the best, guys, for the results. Let's wait and pray hard. Okay, so okay, another interesting. I just need to say this one. Okay, from Miss Amira, you all surely get paid by Colgate for this one. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, so with that, thank you so much, everyone. Okay, just stay tuned for our next participants, our next team, which will be from Gen Z. Okay, so while waiting for them or while waiting for our Gen Z team to be prepared, let us watch a very interesting video also from us. Okay, it will be from one of our collaborative partners, Microsoft, and also from our RBTX team. Okay, stay tuned and enjoy the video.
Diucapkan kepada semua penonton-penonton. Selamat datang kami ucapkan ke Petrosains RBTX Challenge 2021. Dan pada hari ini, kami akan kongsikan kepada anda tentang salah satu teknologi Microsoft yang terkini. Dan di kesempatan ini, kami ingin ucapkan selamat maju jaya, all the best kepada semua peserta-peserta Petrosains RBTX untuk tahun 2021. Dalam perkongsian kami akan sajikan kepada anda berkenaan dengan cara menggunakan Microsoft Teams. Dan apa tunggu lagi? Ayo kita saksikan. Begitulah tadi perkongsian berkenaan dengan cara penggunaan Microsoft Teams, dan terima kasih diucapkan kepada Petrosains RBTX dan juga semua penonton-penonton yang menyaksikan. Kami ingin menjemput anda untuk datang ke Digital Classroom Experience Center di Kelang, Selangor, yang mana disajikan kepada anda semua pengalaman yang sangat-sangat berharga dengan adanya teknologi terkini STEM dan robotik. Untuk apa-apa pertanyaan ataupun maklumat lanjut, boleh hubungi nombor yang tertera. Okey, sehingga berjumpa lagi. Assalamualaikum.
Hai dan selamat sejahtera para robotiers. Saya Farhana. Selamat kembali ke siri tutorial robotik bersama Petrosains. Dalam episod sebelum ini, anda telah berjaya membuat pengekodan dan pengatucaraan pertama, iaitu menyalakan lampu LED pada robot. Dalam episod kali ini pula, kita akan menceritakan pengenalan tentang input robot. Anda sudah bersedia? Jom kita mulakan. Input digital adalah di mana hanya ada dua pilihan yang boleh anda buat, seperti hidup dan mati, on and off, atau kosong dan satu, zero and one. Sebagai contoh, untuk menekan satu butang robot bagi melakukan satu perkara, ataupun butang lain bagi melakukan perkara yang lain. Input analog pula berbeza dengan output analog, di mana ianya mempunyai lebih pilihan julat tetapan ataupun range. Sebagai contoh, sensor garis ataupun line sensor pada robot, yang mana ia boleh mengesan garisan sama ada ia berwarna putih ataupun hitam. Jadi, anda telah pun mempelajari tentang definisi dan asas input. Teruskan setia bersama kami untuk belajar lebih lanjut berkenaan dengan input, kerana dalam episod seterusnya kita akan mempelajari pengekodan dan pengatucaraan input terus ke dalam robot motif. Jadi, jumpa anda di episod seterusnya. Bye-bye robotiers.
Uni KL, kita datang. Uni KL, jadi cemerlang. Universiti Kuala Lumpur mercu tanda pendidikan MARA. Sertai kami bagi pengambilan ke program persediaan diploma, ijazah dan pasca siswaza hari ini. Layari unikl.edu.my, where knowledge is applied and dreams realized.
At the core of our vision for AI is our deep commitment to promoting and facilitating AI education to future-proof the next generation for the digital-first era. To this end, we have established the SenseTime Edu brand in 2020. SenseTime's holistic AI education solutions range from AI textbooks covering introductory to advanced technical topics for learners, to our web-based module learning platform, SenseStudy, to hands-on learning tools and robots that are fully integrated with SenseStudy. Students may apply their theoretical studies to real-life applications by developing and customizing mini robots such as the Smart Fan, using code written on the SenseStudy platform.
The SenseProver Mini Robot allows students to observe how the AI algorithms they develop come to life. Students are given a visual representation on how their skill sets in AI can impact the real world through its applications. SenseCare combines advanced computer vision and 3D post-processing technologies to create a holistic, intelligent medical imaging solution for concurrent deployment across medical departments and hospitals. It is fully accessible via web browser to securely help facilitate communications for patient treatment planning and rehabilitation evaluation. We are developing a full-fledged autonomous driving solution based on multi-sensor fusion and computer visions. Our technology serves to reduce the number of road accidents caused by human factors.
AR technology connects the virtual and real world to bring fresh experiences and interactions to end users across a variety of industries.
Sense AR support highly accurate facial feature identification down to the contours of your face.
Sense AR also detects body movement even under extreme lighting and supports multi-angle shooting to further enhance the immersive nature of the experience. Wow, this beauty feature will transform the in-store product testing experience to become more convenient and hygienic. Consumers will be able to easily try out new products even with a full face of makeup on.
I can see this technology being particularly useful for online shopping as well. We hope that you have enjoyed our virtual tour of the SenseTime International AI Innovation Hub.
And we look forward to hosting you in person in the future.
Okay, hi, welcome back everyone. I hope you guys did have a very short break, toilet break or anything. Okay, or maybe you did have a chance to go and visit our booth. Well, I hope you are back on track in our RBTX Innovation Advanced competition room. Okay, so guys, I know you guys are so ready for our next contestant, which is from Gen Z, team number 7. But before that, if you look at our chat box, okay, we actually have pasted two links. One is for Facebook and also one is for YouTube channel. So what you can do is you can just copy and paste the link in your WhatsApp group and share them with your family members or your friends or even your schoolmates so that they can also watch you live in this platform. Okay, so they can cheer you up, they can give some motivations just so that it can boost up your spirit and help you support virtually. Okay, even though it's not in the presence. All right, physically. Okay, so and for Gen Z, I can see that all of them are lining up at our stage and can't wait to be called upon the stage. So guys, are you ready for the next one? Okay, just spam us with lots of emojis, love, clap, thumbs up, anything that you like. Okay, and give a warm support to our own Adik Safwan. I'm gonna pin you sambil-sambil I shout out your names. And then we have Adik Faris. Welcome aboard. And Adik Faiz, Najmi. And last but not least, we have Adik Ilman. Okay, so there are 4 of them. Where are you, Adik Ilman? Okay, here you go. All right. So there are 4 of you guys. Are you guys ready for this session to pitch?
Yes.
Okay. So how are you guys feeling today? How are you?
A little bit nervous, but yes, okay.
Okay, a little bit nervous, but doing great. And you are smiling all the way as well. Very good vibes. Okay, bagus. Okay, but sambil-sambil tu, I can see that only ada Adik Safwan, Adik Faiz Najmi, and also Ilman yang on camera. May I know Adik Faris is he with you guys ataupun in different venue? Sama tempat ke lain-lain?
Yes. Sama tempat.
Sama.
Ada problem sikit.
Ada technical problem sikit. Okay, no worries. Nanti akan ada slide kan?
Faiz yang akan present.
Faiz Najmi ataupun Faris?
Faiz Najmi.
Faiz Najmi. Okay, so the slide are ready?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. No worries. Take your time. Oh, and Faris is back. Faris, how are you? Faris, apa khabar?
Great.
Khabar baik. Okay, so semua orang dah ready Okay, don't stress out. Just smile. Okay, and enjoy. Have fun. Okay, so you guys are going to be presenting in Bahasa Melayu or English?
Bahasa Melayu.
Bahasa Melayu. Should be alright, no problem. And I bet all the judges are also ready. And guys, the other teams, please give us some support, okay? And please also share the links that I've stated just now, okay? So that everyone else can get the gist of what's happening now in RBTX Challenge 2021. Okay, so if you guys are ready, boleh terus projectkan the slide so we can check out whether is it alright, is there any glitch. Boleh terus sharekan. Okay, seems good. All good. Okay, so if you guys are ready, you can start pitching and have fun.
Jadi, hai Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kami adalah Gen Z daripada Semamaut Kuala Lumpur dan kami akan mempersembahkan produk kami iaitu The Puzzle Box. Ahli kumpulan kami terdiri daripada Ahmad Nur Ilman iaitu diri saya sendiri, Muhammad Safwan bin Mazuki, Muhammad Nur Faris bin Nur Muhammad dan Muhammad Faiz Najibin bin Ahmad Nuruddin. Dan manakala guru bimbingan kami ialah Cikgu Nur Amanina binti Rahibul. Seterusnya.
Sebelum kami memulakan proses inovasi, kami perlu mengenal pasti masalah yang dihadapi oleh masyarakat. Masalah pertama yang telah kami kenal pasti ialah, seperti yang kita semua sedia maklum, pekerja kurier memulakan jaring internet untuk berhubung dengan penerima bagi memaklumkan barangan telah tiba serta menghantar bukti untuk menyatakan bahawa parcel telah berjaya dihantar. So yang kita dapat lihat, pekerja kurier tersebut tiada jaringan internet dan cuba mendial penerima parcel untuk memaklumkan bahawa barangan telah tiba namun tidak dapat dihubungkan. Kenyataan masalah yang kedua, kebiasaannya sekiranya pekerja kurier tidak dapat menghubungi pemilik bungkusan, pekerja kurier akan meninggalkan bungkusan di hadapan rumah dan terdedah. Ia juga mempunyai risiko tinggi dicuri oleh orang yang tidak bertanggungjawab. Seperti yang kita dapat lihat pada video di sebelah, menunjukkan seorang pencuri ingin mencuri parcel yang tinggalkan di hadapan rumah. Kenyataan masalah ketiga, pada masa kini, penyakit berjangkit amat mudah merebak sama ada daripada pekerja kurier ataupun penerima barangan itu sendiri. Sekiranya pekerja itu tidak dapat mengikut standard operasi prosedur yang sepatutnya diikuti, risiko jangkitan akan meningkat dan virus merebak dengan cepat. Pada video sebelah, kita dapat lihat pekerja kurier itu batuk dan tidak memakai mask namun tetap memegang parcel dan memberikannya kepada pemilik di situ. Dapat dilihat penyebaran virus berlaku dengan cepat.
Berikut merupakan flowchart produk kami. Pertama, pekerja kurier perlu masukkan parcel ke dalam the parcel box. Seterusnya, pendera gerakan yang kami letakkan di dalam the parcel box akan mengesan kehadiran parcel dan akan melakukan dua kerja serentak, iaitu menghantar notifikasi kepada telefon pemilik parcel dan akan menyalakan lampu UV yang akan menyingkirkan bakteria, kuman dan virus yang terdapat pada permukaan parcel. Jika pemilik ingin mengambil parcel miliknya, dia perlu masukkan kata laluan pada pad kekunci. Jika kata laluan yang masukkan adalah tidak tepat, maka pintu masih akan terkunci dan dia perlu mengulang kembali langkah tersebut untuk membuka pintu the parcel box. Jika pemilik parcel masukkan kata laluan yang benar, maka solenoid akan terbuka dan dia boleh membuka pintu dan mengambil parcel miliknya.
Seterusnya ialah Project Significance and SDG related. Produk The Parcel Box menepati Sustainable Development Goal yang ke-9 iaitu Industry Innovation and Infrastructure. Produk ini terlibat dalam industri pengangkutan serta perkhidmatan kurier. The Parcel Box ini memanfaatkan kedua-dua belah pihak iaitu pekerja kurier itu sendiri serta pemilik barangan. Pekerja kurier tidak perlu lagi menghubungi penerima serta bilangan yang telah tiba diyakini barangan telah tiba diyakini telah disteril dan disanitasi dengan baik. Kos projek kami hanya RM83.70.
Projek kami punya 6 fasa. Pada fasa pertama, kami menggunakan terlalu banyak bahan elektronik. Kami menghadapi kesukaran dalam menghasilkan koding. Apabila kami menghadapi kesukaran, hal ini akan mengakibatkan kebaziran masa. Jadi kami mengambil keputusan untuk membuang beberapa komponen iaitu seperti server motor, infrared sensor, kamera dan pengimbas. Seterusnya pada fasa kedua ialah fasa pembinaan litar. Berdasarkan idea kami yang pertama, kami memerlukan 3 litar iaitu litar untuk kecil, litar untuk kekunci keypad, litar untuk notifikasi dan litar untuk disinfeksi. Jadi disebabkan 3 litar, kami memerlukan 3 Arduino board yang berbeza untuk membangun litar-litar ini. Kami juga menghadapi masalah dalam proses coding. Masalah yang kedua yang kami hadapi ialah terlalu banyak Arduino board yang perlu dimasukkan ke dalam the parcel box. Hal ini akan menyebabkan kesukaran semasa proses meletakkannya di dalam the parcel box. Jadi jalan penyelesaian yang kami ambil bagi fasa ini adalah untuk mengenal pasti alat elektronik yang mempunyai masalah dan menyelesaikan codingnya. Berdasarkan idea kami yang utama, kami memerlukan server untuk menyakunci pintu. Tetapi disebabkan beberapa masalah, kami menukarkan kepada solenoid. Kami rasa idea itu lebih mudah dan lebih efektif. Seterusnya pada fasa ketiga. Fasa ketiga ialah fasa pembinaan produk. Pada idea awal kami akan menggunakan spray. Kami akan menggunakan spray. Dalam spray tersebut mempunyai cair penyah kuman dan server motor. Tapi kami mendapati satu masalah iaitu server motor tidak mampu menarik picu spray. Jadi kami mengambil keputusan untuk menukarkan dari server motor dan spray ke lampu UV. Kami yakin lampu sinar UV mampu menghapus 99.99% bakteria kuman dan virus. Untuk fasa keempat, untuk IoT kami, idea kami adalah untuk menghubungkan litar kami dengan aplikasi Blink. Kami telah menggunakan aplikasi Blink 2.0. Masalahnya, apabila selesai coding aplikasi Blink, notifikasi tidak muncul. Maka setelah beberapa kali kami mencuba dan kesudukan masa, kami mengambil keputusan untuk mengubah aplikasi Blink kepada aplikasi Telegram yang lebih mudah. Kebanyakan masyarakat sekarang juga mempunyai aplikasi Telegram dalam telefon mereka. Seterusnya pada fasa kelima, pada waktu ini kami sudah menyelesaikan masalah yang kami hadapi. Maka kami memerlukan proses sambungan litar kepada produk kami. Kami telah memasukkan semua litar ke dalam the parcel box yang berukuran tinggi 60 cm, panjang 40 cm dan lebar 40 cm. Semua litar dimasukkan ke dalam the parcel box. Yang akhir sekali untuk fasa ke-6 adalah fasa penilaian kami. Apabila produk dan prototipe kami telah siap sepenuhnya, maka kami akan mulakan proses penilaian kefungsian untuk melihat adakah ia berfungsi seperti yang kami kehendaki.
Jadi untuk working prototype video, saya akan menerangkan bagaimana ia berfungsi. Apabila pekerja kurier datang ke rumah, pekerja kurier hanya perlu memasukkan parcel ke dalam the parcel box dan motion detector akan mengesan kehadiran parcel dan lampu UV akan menyala untuk mensanitasi barangnya. Jika terlihat pada video, lampu biru akan menyala. Seterusnya, notifikasi akan sampai di Telegram. Jika lihat pada video, akan keluar motion detector dan parcel drop. Ini menandakan parcel dah masuk ke dalam parcel box dan sudah disanitasi dengan lampu UV. Seterusnya adalah cara menyakunci pintu. Pengguna hanya perlu menekan kata laluan pada pad dial. Jika kata laluan betul, maka solenoid akan terbuka dan pintu akan terkunci. Jika kata laluan salah, pengguna perlu mengisi semula kata laluan dan proses ini akan berulang.
Seperti yang dapat dilihat, rajah berikut merupakan rajah litar kami dan kesemua yang terpapar ialah bahan elektronik yang kami gunakan dalam produk kami. Alat elektronik yang pertama ialah keypad yang berfungsi untuk memasukkan kata laluan. Seterusnya UV light berfungsi untuk disinfeksi dan pensterilan. Seterusnya Arduino Uno, relay dan motion sensor untuk memberi arahan kepada UV light untuk proses sanitasi serta menghantar notifikasi kepada telefon pemilik, the parcel box. Seterusnya solenoid berfungsi untuk menyakunci pintu. Seterusnya LCD untuk memaparkan arahan serta nombor kata laluan yang telah dimasukkan serta Wi-Fi modul untuk menghantar notifikasi kepada pemilik the parcel box.
advantage for Petronas atau kelebihan kepada Petronas. Produk kami iaitu The Parcel Box dapat berkolaborasi dengan syarikat di bawah Petronas Dagangan Berhad iaitu Logistika. Kami percaya produk ini dapat dijadikan sebagai pilot project kepada Logistika. Sebagai contoh, Logistika boleh menggunakan The Parcel Box ini sebagai tunjang utama dalam kemajuan inovasi di syarikat Logistika. Kami dapat merasakan bahawa ia dapat menjadi satu titik perbezaan atau kelebihan syarikat logistika berbanding dengan syarikat penghantaran barang yang lain. Malahan, pekerja Petronas sendiri dapat menikmati kemudahan ini seperti dapat menghantar barang ke pejabat tanpa merisaukan tentang keselamatan atau kebersihan parcel. Dalam pada itu, ia dapat mengurangkan kerugian yang dihadapi Petronas akibat kerosakan atau kehilangan parcel yang dihantar. Kesimpulannya, kami percaya bahawa The Parcel Box mampu meningkatkan kualiti perkhidmatan yang disediakan oleh Logistika. Way forward, ini merupakan penambahbaikan yang kami ingin lakukan kepada The Parcel Box. Yang pertama, kami ingin menambah baik Parcel Box seiring dengan servis logistika, iaitu kami ingin selarikan servis logistika dengan fungsi yang ada pada Parcel Box kami. Contohnya, servis logistika yang dapat mengambil barangan daripada rumah pengguna ke hub logistika atau ke rumah pelanggan lain, maka kami ingin menjadikan Parcel Box ini dapat berinteraksi dengan penghantar barangan secara terus. Yang kedua, kami ingin mengubah saiz produk agar lebih sesuai untuk parcel yang bersaiz besar. Yang ketiga, kami ingin mewujudkan komunikasi dua hala antara pekerja dan pengguna. Contohnya, pengguna dapat membuka pintu dari dalam telefon sahaja tanpa berjumpa dengan penghantar. Sebagai contoh, situasi, jika pemilik parcel box ialah peniaga dalam talian, mereka hanya perlu memasukkan parcel di dalam parcel box. Dan apabila pekerja logistika datang untuk mengambil parcel, pemilik parcel box atau peniaga tadi boleh menyakunci pintu The Parcel Box hanya menggunakan telefon sahaja. Akhir sekali, kami ingin mengubah reka bentuk Parcel Box ini agar lebih sesuai dengan rumah jenis apartmen atau flat. Ketika membuat prototype, kami hanya memfokuskan rumah jenis landed house sahaja. Sekian, itu sahaja daripada kami.
Okay, hi. Well done everyone. Well done. Okay, it was very interesting indeed. Memang best sangat-sangat. And I bet, okay, since tadi kita pernah ada cakap pasal collaboration kan? So I think your project is kind of boleh kita kolaborasikan dengan team tadi tu. Ingat lagi tak? And I bet you did notice kan? Okay, kita ada yang from Town Maker, all the way from Kuching. So nanti bolehlah you guys contact each other. Maybe dengan idea kolaborasi lagi gempak nanti the result will be. Okay. So how do you feel? Macam mana rasa?
We're feeling great and relieved.
Of course. Great and relieved indeed. Okay. Yang lain-lain pun sama?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So are you ready for questions daripada kita punya judge?
InsyaAllah. Yeah, sure.
InsyaAllah. Okay, all the best guys, all the best. And sambil-sambil tu boleh juga check it out dekat kita punya chat box. Banyak sangat encouraging words for you guys. And one of them is pandainya you guys berlakon. Berapa banyak practice tak tahu, berapa banyak take ya? Okay, alright. And we have our judges untuk kali ini. Judge untuk your team Gen Z. Kita ada Dr. Hairatul untuk soalan yang pertama, and then kita akan ada Dr. Zurita and comments from Miss Amira. So over to you Dr. Hairatul for the first question.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. Good job guys. Now that you mentioned that the cost of your innovation will be around 84 ringgit, right? That is how much you used to build the box, right?
Participant, you guys boleh unmute ya untuk yes. This session boleh unmute dulu semua mic. Okay.
Okay, so that 84 ringgit was the estimation cost to build the box, right? The parcel box. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
Okay, so how much would you estimate it would cost if you were to sell it? And then you also mentioned, that's question number one, then you also mentioned that you are going to do some modification for houses that are not landed houses. So what are the modifications that you would suggest? And when it comes to landed houses, most of the houses have gates. So
Dr. Hairatul, I think towards the end macam agak free sikit. So maybe you can rephrase the question untuk soalan nombor 2.
okay, so what are the modifications that you would suggest for non-landed houses? And when we talk about landed houses, most of them are gated. So would these boxes be suitable to put out the gate? Okay.
Alright, so you guys, Gen Z, do you get the question? Okay, basically Dr. Hairatul did post ada 2 soalan. Soalan yang pertama, okay, tadi you ada mention pasal costing kan untuk buat the prototype. So what will be the cost kalau contohnya kita cost untuk menjual dia. So what do you estimate? Okay, the price for your product. Itu untuk soalan yang pertama. Okay, and then untuk soalan yang kedua, okay, if let's say untuk houses yang okay, dengar ke? Boleh unmute tau adik. Takut saya cakap sorang-sorang pula ni. Okay, alright. So untuk soalan yang kedua adalah what if kita ada, tadi you mention this project is actually untuk yang non-landed houses kan? Okay, so kalau kita modify untuk non-landed maksudnya macam contoh flat ataupun condos, okay, how will you do it? And kalau untuk yang landed ni kalau ada gate, macam mana pula kan? Kita nak letak mana pula ada project? Like that. So clear ke? Gen Z, are you clear with the question? The soalan dia okay? Okay, so if you guys are ready, just feel free to answer the first and the second question, okay?
Kalau
Okay, yang mana satu yang bersuara tu? Okay.
Can we have time for bincang sekejap?
Oh, they requested untuk discussion ke? You guys nak discuss kejap untuk jawab soalan? Is it? Betul ke?
For the first question, so the cost untuk kos dia tak begitu berbeza sebab kalau dia untuk rumah yang boleh repeat question.
Boleh. Okay, tak apa. Don't worry. Jangan panik adik. Jangan panik. Relax je. Okay. And if let's say you want to gather macam contohnya nak satu apa ni sebab adik Ilman dia macam dekat tepi kan. So adik Ilman maybe you can share the screen with one of your friends sambil-sambil kita jawab soalan. Okay. So basically soalan yang pertama tadi, kita jawab satu-satu Untuk soalan yang pertama, tadi you guys Gen Z ada mention cost untuk buat projek ni adalah 80 something, right? Okay. Kalau contohnya kita nak jual, kita dah fikir ke depan ni, kita nak jual the product. So rasa-rasanya berapa you guys nak letak harga? Dah ambil kira lah cost you punya brainstorming session, cost pergi beli barang, cost you spend time untuk develop the project. Rasa-rasanya you nak jual berapa? Sebab kita dah ada banyak buyers ni. Tadi pun kita dah ada buyers tau. Dah masuk on the list. Okay.
So kami rasa harga parcel box ni boleh letak RM200 sebab kita nak ambil untung sekali dan hanya sekali bayar.
Oh gitu.
Untuk yang soalan kedua,
Okay. Please soalan yang
add on untuk soalan pertama tadi.
Lepas tu kan
Buyers dah ramai. So mesti ada perkilangan yang besar. Jadi kos yang macam tinggi. Jadi pengguna pun menikmati juga yang boleh semua as macam ada dia nak kan so Peringkat semua boleh guna. Jadi ada yang before team soalan boleh main tapi parti so dia sesuai untuk semua pihak.
Kalau rumah tu ada pagar, kita boleh letak kat depan pagar sebab benda ni besar, dia macam mailbox. Tapi dia besar untuk parcel kan. So kita boleh je letak depan pagar. Untuk kondo atau flat tadi, kita boleh pihak pengurusan rumah boleh buat macam satu tempat khas untuk letak apa orang kata parcel box ni. Jadi postman tadi boleh letakkan barangan kat tempat yang disediakan tu lah. Macam tu.
Okay, awesome questions from Dr. Hairatul. Thank you so much. Okay, something for you to ponder and a great answers juga. Okay, walaupun macam ada sikit lagging kan tadi kan, tapi yes, you guys did answer very well. And actually I love the answers by Adik Ilman tadi. Sebenarnya kan bila fikir macam gini, you guys dah boleh collaborate dengan any condos and then sell your products, you know. So that every units in the condo, wow, tengok berapa banyak you dah untung dekat situ, boleh terus enjoy these features of yours yang very interesting and very menarik lah. Okay, so without further ado, let us welcome Dr. Zurita for our next question. Okay, adik be ready, and if let's say you macam hadapi lagging macam tadi, okay, yang answers you guys boleh terus try to answers verbally, and then yang lain, okay, please be actively just drop by the chat box, okay, just to macam ni lah sum up dengan apa yang your friend answer ataupun what your friend mention on board. Okay, so let us welcome Dr. Zurita. I'm going to pin you on stage here, Dr. Zurita. And I need to unpin one of you guys. I'm going to unpin Safwan. Is it okay, Safwan? Oh, Faris lah, Faris. Sebab Faris macam freezing sikit Okay, so Dr. Zurita, you are on stage.
Thank you Kina. Okay, well done adik-adik. Membuat satu parcel yang memang sekarang ni kita tahu online shopping memang havoc kan, setiap bulan ada 11 lah, 12 lah, 9 lah, so banyak barang beli and cuma saya punya curiosity sama juga macam kumpulan tadi, how postman tu buka box tu untuk letak barang tu. Maksudnya macam mana dia nak letak barang tu? Adakah dia dapat instruction daripada tuan rumah untuk box tu terbuka automatically and then dia boleh letakkan barang atau macam mana? Okey, itu soalan yang pertama. Jelas soalan pertama tu? Okey, so soalan saya yang kedua, berapa lama delay yang adik-adik gunakan dalam coding untuk UV light tu? So, ada tak buat research berapa lama diperlukan masa yang orang cakap UV light ni bila expose kepada satu barang tu ataupun sesuatu produk ke, dia boleh mematikan kuman. So berapa lama delay yang digunakan? Dan sebenarnya yang ketiga saya looking forward sebenarnya untuk kamera. Tapi awal-awal tadi dah sebut untuk kamera tu dibuang kan daripada list of progress project tu, maybe sebab yalah adik-adik pun bekerja untuk membangunkan projek ni within just I think 2 months kan. Tapi in future maybe adik-adik boleh letak kamera tu as one of komponen yang wajib ada sebab kita nak tengok delivery project ni dekat dalam delivery parcel ni dekat dalam handphone selalunya dah ada dah. Maksudnya Shopee pun kita dah nampak okay dah deliver dah benda-benda ni. So bila kita dapat message pun sama macam kita dapat message dekat Shopee. I mean the kamera tu sangat penting. Maknanya betul lah benda tu dah sampai dan sebagainya kan. Okay, tu saja daripada saya, Kina. Menunggu jawapan dia adik-adik.
Okay, thank you so much Dr. Zurita. So, adik Safwan, adik Faiz, are you okay to answer the question? Boleh? Okay, cuba test mic dulu, okay tak? Kita dah try dengar.
Test.
Okay,
Dengar.
adik Faiz. Alright, over to you adik Faiz.
Untuk soalan pertama tu, macam mana pekerja tu dia nak tahu nak masukkan barang dalam parcel box ni. Dekat LCD dekat parcel box tu, nanti dia ada arahan untuk masukkan parcel dekat kotak atas tu, tempat masuk untuk the parcel box ni. Untuk soalan kedua,
Okay.
untuk yang soalan kedua, kami tak buat apa-apa research yang spesifik untuk berapa lama lampu UV tu buka. Tapi dalam coding kami buka untuk hanya dalam 10 saat sahaja. Sekadar untuk nampak dia berfungsi.
Okey.
Untuk soalan ketiga,
Ilman tengah jawab ke? Sebab you are on mute. Soalan ketiga.
boleh ulang balik soalan ketiga tadi?
Oh, soalan ketiga tadi bukan soalan sebenarnya. Saya looking forward untuk ada kamera dekat you punya prototype. Maybe in future you boleh add kamera, kan? Okay.
Suggestion. So more on suggestion lah sebenarnya doktor kan?
Betul.
Betul. Okay, something to think about and something to add on for your project. Okay, Gen Z. Alright, so since the doctor dah settle soalan and you guys also dah jawab, so are you guys ready untuk comments daripada Miss Amira? Miss Amira macam tak sabar-sabar tu untuk mungkin your future buyer tau. Okay, alright, so Miss Amira, I'm gonna pin you on stage and I'm gonna take out myself lah. Okay, I'm gonna unpin myself. Okay, so over to you Miss Amira.
Okay, hai adik Gen Z, Assalamualaikum. Okay, sangat suka adik-adik punya bila ada cerita pasal masalah dihadapi, akan sangat suka. So sangat jelas lah ya apa yang adik cuba sampaikan, apa masalah yang adik cuba selesaikan. And then your project development pun ada fasa-fasa, you tahu apa yang you nak achieve, apa yang you nak cuba dapat pada setiap fasa-fasa tu. So I think that's really good. Lakonan is the best. I love the sketsa. Sangat suka. Macam rasa bila you buat sketsa, so akak boleh imagine lah, akak boleh bayangkan macam mana nak gunakan ciptaan adik-adik. Bukan nanti beli je atau macam nak guna. So beli something, a product, datang sekali dengan ni video macam nak guna kak. Okay, so it's good, bagus untuk akak lah. So akak kagum dengan usaha yang baik tu. Okay, ada thing akak suka juga bila adik buat kajian tentang anak syarikat Petrosains kan. Petronas Dagangan Berhad is anak syarikat, and then ada apa tadi you punya yang collaborate dengan pos delivery tu. So actually adik-adik dah fikir ke depan macam mana nak commercialkan hasil ciptaan inovasi adik-adik. So akak suka yang you all dah actually fikir ke depan lah macam mana kita nak kolaborasi dengan siapa ni. Macam you all ni kan Gen Z act something, so you boleh macam collaborate kan in the future. So sangat bagus. And then you also mention pasal limitation. You tahu your product ni apa limitasi dia. Hanya untuk rumah landed je, rumah apartment tak rasa jadi macam tu. So that's good as well. So for the future punya adik-adik boleh improve lah. Jangan malu tau. I mean kalau nak jual barang, you nak pitch you punya idea dekat orang. Kalau you malu, macam mana nak beli? I mean you tak bolehlah malu kan. So judges, apa yang kita nak tahu, kita just nak tahu apa yang adik fikir je. So jangan malu, jangan segan. Kita just nak tahu apa adik fikir je. So it's okay untuk bagi tahu apa yang adik fikir. Jangan rasa salah kan, salah jawab nanti, alamak betul ke ni. Jangan rasa nervous, jangan rasa takut. So in the future, any competition pun jangan rasa risau lah about that. Okay, another point juga, maybe adik tadi selesai masalah kesusahan dari segi customer. maybe boleh in next time in your project boleh juga cari dari segi postman pula, apa kesusahan mereka. Kesusahan mereka dalam untuk nak buka kotak ke, tak tahu macam mana instruction arahan nak buka kotak ke, sebab this is a very new thing kan. So you also boleh juga tengok daripada perspektif postman tu sendiri ya. On top of you all, sangat suka kerjasama antara all you four. You all collaboration kerjasama sangat bagus. Seorang-seorang, everyone have a say, everyone present. It's a good teamwork and sangat suka, favorite. Okay, Ilman, the box tu, kotak belakang awak ke hitam tu? Is that the box?
Belakang.
Yes, feel free to show us.
Okay, can you bring and show us ke betul berat? Tak boleh nak tengok.
Yes,
Nak share with orang tak? I mean, we all want to see what do you have.
we can show you.
Okay, akan tunggu.
Yes, and kita ada banyak masa guys. Kalau you ada macam any demo tu,
Sekejap,
just feel free. This is the time.
Yes, kita nak tengok.
Oh, tapi hati-hati juga. Kita ada Cik Faiz cakap jangan terjatuh. Precious tu. Wow, tu dia besar rupanya.
Wah, besar. Okay, tengok.
Ada any demo ke nak tunjuk, nak share?
Nak tengok. Nak tengok lepas kotak tu besar mana, kau nak beli barang Shopee, apa tu after later kan, nak tahulah banyak mana boleh masuk. So kita nak sebagai buyer nak tengok besar mana.
Betul, ni prospek tau, prospek.
Yes. Rasanya Kak Amira ni beli semua kot hari ni. Korang jual Kak beli je.
Wow, sangat sellable ya you guys. By the way, boleh tak nak tahu adik Gen Z, kamera mana you guys akan share the prototype so that kita akan pinkan the one yang akan di-share lah. Kamera mana? Yang mana satu? Tapi dia bawa ke sana. Okay, so kita akan fokus dekat adik Ilman punya account, okay? Yang lain kita akan unpin. Alright, sekejap. Tunggu kejap ya, kita unpin. Okay, so adik Ilman, you are good to go.
Dekat mama komputer ya adik-adik. Ni mama komputer korang
Test.
Memang jawab.
Tutup.
Okay, Man?
Boleh ulang balik soalan tadi.
Oh tak, just tanya ni mama komputer korang ke?
Oh, ni mama komputer.
Okay, ready. Oh my god. So macam nak present award dah. Okay. Oh ni juga. Ada show ke? Tak ada show.
Ada demo ke?
Projek ni tak dapat dengan sepenuhnya sebab ada wire dah cabut.
Faham. Dalam tu boleh buka lah pintu tu tengok besar mana.
Kena sambung wire sebab
ya ke? Dah lock. Okay, tak apalah. Okay.
Dah lock.
Oh, memang confirm memang anyone tak boleh curi lah ni. So basically yang beli ni confirm. Tu. Okay, besar. Boleh letak dalam 5 bungkusan. Okay lah, okay. Boleh. Thank you so much adik Ilman, Faiz, siapa tadi? Siapa lagi? Safwan. Very good job. Sangat suka. Thank you so much. Good job Should be proud of yourself.
Yes, exactly. Okay, congratulations team. Look at that. Wow, kalau yang ni dah boleh apa ni? If let's say you have the apps tu semua ready ni, confirm. Kamira ni dah beli dah. Kan?
Hari ni terus delivery kat rumah.
Dan alang-alang kita pun dah akan ada upcoming sale kan daripada Shopee gitu. Memang dah ada dah siap-siap apa yang nak dibeli dekat kad. And Your prototype will be very handy indeed. Okay, so seems like all the judges dah pun bagi the questions and the comments is also done. So all the best Gen Z. All right, and thank you so much for your pitching. Best of luck.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. So we're gonna unpin you guys from the stage, and let us welcome our next team. Kita ada team yang ke-8 which is Geo. Alright, so sambil-sambil we get the Geo team to be ready on stage. I'm just gonna share with you guys, okay, the slide of our judges. Alright, so kita dah kenal-kenal kan? The judges dah give the comments and also their questions. But let me share with you, okay, just a short deck on our judges that we have here today. Okay. Alright, so we have actually just now kita ada Dr. Zurita. Dr. Zurita is actually pensyarah kanan pengajian kejuruteraan electrical, College Pengajian Kejuruteraan Universiti Teknologi Mara. Okey, sebab tu kalau perasan segala komen yang diberi and also the soalan-soalan yang diberi oleh Dr. Zurita dia adalah lebih kepada berbentuk teknikal. Jadi jangan risau dan feel free juga untuk bertanya semula. If let's say you have anything that you want to ask, you can also use ataupun terus sharekan dengan Dr. Zurita Zulkifli. Okay, and then next kita ada tadi kita ada Dr. Hairatul Fatimah. Dr. Hairatul Fatimah is actually one of the lecturer that we have from Universiti Teknologi Petronas. And next kita ada yang tadi Miss Amira Muslim, which is a geologist from Petronas juga. Okay, so they are also our lovely candidates ataupun lovely exec lah from Petronas. So if let's say you want to ask any questions regarding geology or you have any questions or you like to collaborate with us, okay, feel free to contact them juga. Okay, feel free to contact them as well. Alright, so since we are going to get another team, I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to share more on our judges afterwards. So for this moment, okay, so next we're going to show you a very interesting video. So feel free to watch this video, very interesting one. And if let's say you want to share any comments, just use the chat box that we have at the side. Okay, so till then, let's watch this interesting video and stay tuned. See you afterwards.
Dan saya Kimi. Bertemu lagi kita dalam video bengkel yang dibawakan khas oleh Petrosains. Kimi, hari ni kita nak belajar pasal apa? Hari ni kita nak belajar pasal AR, machine learning dan juga Instagram filter. Wow, menarik ni. Kimi, tadi saya dah cuba satu filter ni dalam kat Instagram. Menarik tau sebab dia ada 3D lah, dia boleh tukar wajah saya lah. Awak pernah try tak? Mesti dah pernah. Filter kan sekarang tengah hot. So ramai orang pakai. Tapi awak tahu tak macam mana filter tu berfungsi? Saya tak tahu. Macam mana Okay. Apa yang pernah awak guna? Filter apa yang awak pernah guna? Oh, sebelum ni saya guna filter untuk gambar. Kalau saya nak rasa macam gambar tu nak kuningkan sikit, saya kuningkan. Kalau saya nak gelapkan, saya gelap. Itu je saya tahu. Tapi sekarang filter dia dah upgrade sikit. Dia ada letakkan elemen AR. Pernah dengar AR? Tak pernah. Yang menonton pernah dengar AR? Tak pernah. Okay. So filter ni, AR ni tadi ialah augmented reality. Augmented reality ni kita letakkan image yang dihasilkan komputer, animasi ataupun apa-apa image lah dekat keadaan yang reality dengan menggunakan kamera. Oh, itulah AR-nya. Tapi Kimi, macam mana Instagram filter tu boleh mengikut pergerakan muka saya? Saya ke kiri, dia ikut ke kiri. Saya ke kanan, dia ikut ke kanan. Macam mana tu Kimi? Yang tu dia dah masukkan elemen machine learning dekat dalam aplikasi tu. Pernah dengar machine learning? Saya tak pernah lah dengar Kimi. Yang menonton pernah dengar machine learning? Okey, machine learning ni sebenarnya ialah kita mengajar mesin dengan menekan data untuk melakukan apa-apa yang kita boleh lakukan. Contohnya macam prediction, tracking dan macam-macam lagi lah.
Wah, mesin boleh belajar? Macam mana tu Kimi?
Mesin ni belajar sama macam kita waktu kecil-kecil, belajar menggunakan pattern. So daripada pattern-pattern tu, which is datang daripada gambar, mesin tu akan belajar dengan menggunakan algoritma. Algoritma ni lepas dia belajar, dia akan menghasilkan satu model yang akan digunakan dalam aplikasi yang kita gunakan.
Oh, maknanya dekat filter ni dia dah belajar pergerakan muka saya. Sebab tu dia boleh mengikut pergerakan muka saya. Wah, hebat betul.
Sebab tu orang yang hebat dalam machine learning ni memang laris kat pasaran sekarang. Sebab apa? Banyak company yang menggunakan machine learning ni untuk membantu perniagaan diorang.
Kimi tahu tak macam mana nak buat filter sendiri? Sebab saya tengok orang filter ni tak cantik lah. Saya tak suka lah warna lipstick dia. Saya nak tukar warna lain. Boleh ke?
Oh, awak nak cuba buat filter sendiri? Boleh je. Awak boleh pergi ke Google dan cari Spark AR oleh Facebook. Benda ni percuma je. Cuma download daripada website dia.
Oh, free Sekejap saya download. Okay, saya dah download dan dah install. So, tapi saya tak reti macam mana nak buat lah. Awak ajar saya
Mesti boleh. Awak just ikut je apa yang saya tunjukkan dekat skrin kat sini.
Boleh.
Okey, sekarang mari kita lihat software Spark AR ni.
Okey, baiklah.
Okey, mula awak tekan dulu Spark AR dan dia akan keluar dia punya interface. Dia ada new project dan beberapa template lain lah yang awak boleh tengok dan belajar daripada situ. Tapi untuk kali ini kita pergi daripada basic, kita tekan pada new project, tekan blend project. Okey. Kemudian ni semua ialah interface dia yang awak boleh gunakan ketika membuat filter. Dia ada scene belah kiri, asset dan properties di belah kanan, dan juga ada beberapa button di belah kiri sekali. So, untuk memulakannya kita tekan add object dan di sini awak boleh tengok beberapa option, face tracker, lane tracker dan fix target tracker. Memandangkan kita nak gunakan face tracker, kita pergi ke tekan ke face tracker dan tekan insert
di sini ya.
Ya. Tunggu sekejap. Okey. Kemudian bila kita dah tekan face tracker, kalau awak pergi ke tengah, dia akan ada tunjuk anak panah untuk 3 paksi. Ke atas, ke bawah, ke atas, ke kanan dan ke depan. Untuk memasukkan gambar, awak boleh pergi ke asset ataupun AR library. So kita akan tekan komputer dan kita ambil contoh satu gambar. Contohnya gambar api ni, kita masukkan dia.
Saya boleh pilih gambar apa-apa saja ke?
Ya, awak boleh gunakan apa-apa gambar dan pastikan gambar tu dalam bentuk PNG.
Baiklah.
Dalam format PNG. Okay, kemudian kita akan pergi ke plane, pergi ke face tracker dan pergi ke plane untuk nak jadikan satu plane di hadapan muka. So, tekan plane, dia akan nampak bentuk petak-petak di situ. Petak tu sebenarnya ialah plane yang transparent. Apa yang kita perlu buat ialah nanti kita kena masukkan material kepada plane tersebut. Kalau tak, nanti bila kita upload dia tak keluar gambar apa-apa lah. So nanti kita boleh pergi ke belah kanan dan kita tengok ada material di belah kanan, tekan simbol tambah, tekan di situ dan dia akan bertukar menjadi warna putih. Bila dah jadi warna putih, maknanya material awak sudah terbentuk. Dan seterusnya kita tekan ke material dan kita nak menukarkan material ni menjadi gambar api. Untuk menukarkannya, pergi ke texture, tekan dan tekan gambar api
di sini.
Betul, tekan gambar api. Dan dia akan keluar gambar tadi di atas muka awak. Dan sekarang ni kita tengok dia berada di tengah-tengah muka. Jadi awak boleh mengubah dia posisi api tersebut dengan menggunakan 3 button yang terletak pada atas ni. So kita akan cuba satu persatu. Mula-mula tekan pada gambar api dan alihkan dia dengan menggunakan arrow yang ada. Untuk memudahkan, awak boleh tekan pause supaya lebih mudah awak nak mengalihkan gambar-gambar yang diletakkan. Dan kita nak ubah sikit gambar api itu menjadi lebih kecil, tekan pada scale dan awak boleh tekan pada petak tu, then boleh ubah saiz yang awak nak. Selepas itu kita akan tengok dia punya efek. Kalau kita perhatikan gambar api itu agak jauh daripada kepala awak. Jadi apa yang kita boleh buat ialah kita tukar angle kamera. Kalau di situ awak boleh nampak dia agak jauh. Apa yang kita buat ialah kita tukar, boleh tekan mana-mana kamera yang kita nak gunakan supaya lebih mudah kerja editing tu. Yang mana yang sesuai. Okey, katakan kita gunakan yang ni lah. Okey, kita zoom sikit dan tekan pada position, tekan pada api dan gerakkan api tersebut
Ke depan dan ke belakang.
ke depan dan ke belakang. Pak editing ni dia akan jadi lama sikit. So awak kena mencuba satu persatu lah. Sekarang ni yang bentuk api tu lebih baik tadi di atas kepala. Okay. Dan kemudian awak boleh test pada phone awak. Untuk test awak kena download dulu apps Spark AI di phone. Ataupun apa yang awak boleh buat ialah awak boleh upload ke Instagram awak. Jadi bila kita tekan butang upload, dia akan keluar sama ada spesifikasi kita punya filter ni bersesuaian dengan apa yang sudah ditetapkan oleh Facebook. Kita boleh check sama dekat sini sama ada file dia besar sesuai atau tidak. Kemudian kita boleh tekan upload.
Wow, menariknya. Kalau saya dah tahu macam mana basic nak buat, saya bolehlah buat filter sendiri ke Mi?
Betul. Lagi awak boleh buat macam-macam lagi dengan filter ni. Okey. Kalau awak nak, katakan awak nak buat filter yang lebih menarik, atau contohnya macam awak nak buat filter makeup kan?
Betul.
Nak belajar?
Nak.
Kalau nak belajar, kita tunggu video yang seterusnya.
Alright, so just now we have Kak Navy and Abang Kimi with their content of the RBTX content, right? So it was very, very interesting, and yes, we do learn something from the video. A very simple video, but I hope you guys did gain something. Okay, so while we are waiting for our next team, Gio, all the way from Kuching, Sarawak. Okay, let me share with you that apart from our premium partners or our collaborative partners that we have here, which is Petronas, Microsoft, and Science Time, we also have our content partner. So who is our content partner? They are actually from our universities, local universities, and also from our Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia. Okay, so we have University Technology Mara, we have from University Technology Petronas, we have from Polytechnic Malaysia, we have from UMT, University Malaysia Terengganu, University Malaysia Pahang, UTM, UniKL, and also Petronas itself. Okay, so I believe our team here is all set and ready. Are you guys ready, guys? Okay, well, very good, very awesome. I can see all the smiley faces, so I believe our audience are also ready. Now, let me get them on stage. Okay, so we have Joel, we have Ming Chun, we have Erin. Hi there. How are you guys feeling today?
Good. We're feeling great.
Feeling great. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And the rest of us, let us spam the wall with love, emojis, like, thumbs up, all the best and greetings. Yes, you can also wish them on the chat box. Okay, just feel free to do so along the way. And Joel, Ewan, Ming Chun, Erin, if you guys are ready to show the slide, feel free and the stage is yours.
Thank you.
So, hi, a very good afternoon we'd like to extend to our distinguished organizers, honorable judges, doctors, as well as all those together with us here during this session, either through this Air Meet, YouTube, or Facebook. A very good afternoon. It is an absolute pleasure, privilege, and honor to be here today, since we're all having our SPM trials. And first of all, this is Joel, our wonderful leader.
Hi.
Next, this is Erin, who is expert in design.
Hello.
And this is whose forte is in programming and coding.
Hello.
And finally, I'm Ewan. And together we are Team Geo. Today we are bringing to you Glide, a novel non-invasive approach to predict future hypoglycemic episodes, and it warns you of them. First of all, what is hypoglycemia? Hypoglycemia is also known as low blood sugar. It is defined by WHO as a blood glucose or blood sugar concentration of less than 3 millimoles per liter. Some symptoms of hypoglycemia are hunger and fatigue. So, introducing our hypoglycemia detector, Glide. So how did we came up with the idea to make a hypoglycemia detector? Hypoglycemia is a major problem due to hypoglycemic unawareness. And how serious is that? Well, let me introduce you to our classmate. She is called Pamela. She found out that she had hypoglycemia when she was in secondary school. When she was in a crowded conference, she suddenly felt a little lightheaded, and the next moment she just fainted. Later, when she did a full body checkup in the hospital, it was then that she realized that she had hypoglycemia. That's serious, yeah? So, according to statistics, 62.5% of hypoglycemic patients worldwide experience one near-death episode. And very unfortunately to say, my grandfather is among those 62.5%. My grandfather, as you can see from the picture, he's a diabetic. His blood sugar levels are always taking a ride on the roller coaster. And sure enough, just a few weeks ago, my grandfather was admitted into the emergency ward due to hypoglycemia, heart attack, pneumonia, and kidney failure. So due to these irregularly low blood sugar levels, cardiac arrhythmias were induced and causing fatal breathing difficulties, which nearly cost him his life. So it's really saddening to me. Now, let's ponder on these few questions together. So what if the patients realize it too late? What if my grandfather and my family realize it too late? What if the patients did not receive immediate medical attention? What if my grandfather did not make it into the emergency ward in time? I believe I may be in much grief now. What if hypoglycemic episodes can be predicted? Would it help the patients to be more aware of their conditions? And finally, what if all of these tragedies can be avoided? Won't be so much better for all of us here? So, please follow along as we showcase our solution. Glide. Erin, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Evan. For my part, I will present on how does Glide works. Let's take a deeper look into it. The user would first have to register a Glide ID and up to 5 emergency contacts. As you can see here is our app UI. The leads are then placed onto the user. If the leads are not placed correctly, the app will display an alert. If the leads are placed correctly, the app will display the user interface. After it displays the user interface, what it does next is analyze irregular heart palpitation and translate it into ECG. This is how Glide displays real-time BPM and GPS coordinates, then export the ECG to Excel. So, when hypoglycemia is detected by Glide, Glide will send alerts. But how are these alerts transmitted? Let's take a closer look. Glide will first alert the user of an abnormal BPM and immediately informs the user to consume glucose. The LED will flash during a Glide alert and the user can press the button to dismiss it. If the user does not respond within 3 minutes, Glide will alert the emergency contacts of the user condition and GPS coordinates. 3 minutes is also the golden time to determine life and death. But if the user falls unconscious during a hypoglycemic episode, GPS coordinates, medical history, and real-time BPM of the user will be sent to emergency services. Just as you can see here, this Glide ID is the user medical history and the message sent to emergency service. So after the BPM of the user returns to normal, the emergency contacts of the user will be alerted that the user is fine now.
and Glide will continue to monitor the user heartbeat for 24/7. But something's off. How can we detect hypoglycemic episodes using just heartbeat rhythms? And how can we detect hypoglycemia without measuring glucose? Now let me ask you a question. Can you differentiate between a normal ECG and a hypoglycemia ECG?
No, you can't, right? So Glide can convert the data of the ECG waveform into a readable patterns as shown. On the left are the normal ECG of a hypoglycemic patient, while on the right are the abnormal ECG patterns of a hypoglycemic patient. We also integrated AI into our project by training Glide using convolutional neural network, so Glide can differentiate between set patterns. These are the training epochs and the model done in Google Colab. The graph on the left shows a high training accuracy and validation accuracy, which is a result of the model that we trained using TensorFlow and Python. And on the right is the confusion matrix which we use to show the prediction accuracy. As you can see there, from the true positives and true negatives, aka the correct predictions made by the model of the confusion matrix, Glide can predict hypoglycemic incidence with a 87.78% accuracy. Now back to Ms. Erin.
Thank you, Ming Chun. For my part, I will present on commercial solutions. Here are some commercial solutions that are available in the market, and all these existing solutions have something in common. That is, high cost. But Glide is much cheaper than the existing solutions out there, up to 1,000 times cheaper than its counterparts. That is why Glide is more affordable. Cost is projected to decrease below 50 ringgit once commercialization happens. Furthermore, commercial solutions out there contains needle, but our solution is completely needle-free. For the next slide, I will hand it back to Evan.
Thank you, Erin. So Glide is indeed affordable and non-invasive. Now let's see how Glide can benefit end users. Firstly, it will be able to alert the user to consume glucose immediately. With Glide, users are more aware of their pulse. Patients will no longer live in uncertainty as it can predict and prevent future hypoglycemic episodes. And the family members will also be worry-free. Most importantly, it can save millions of lives. Now, besides that, what is in for the stakeholders? Well, Glide is a novel, non-invasive approach to hypoglycemia, so it can be manufactured and distributed easily as well. It has a huge audience and has a huge market since there are more than 460 million of people worldwide who has diabetes, and most importantly, the cost is low. We also did our research regarding SenseTime's AI technologies. We find that SenseTime is a very, very advanced company which developed many sophisticated applications regarding the medical field. For examples here, SenseCare Cardiac and SenseCare Lung CT. So with SenseTime expertise in AI, we can increase Glide's functions and working hand in hand to bring technologies in the medical field to a whole new level. Furthermore, we also did research on Microsoft Cloud for Healthcare, and it emphasizes on creating a connected care experience for the patients as well as the caregivers. So Glide can help to improve health data insights as well as to enhance the engagement between patients and their caregivers. So now, Joel, what can Glide do for Petronas?
Thanks, Ewan. Since Petronas is the main sponsor of the event today, of course we can't leave out Petronas from Glide, right? So, we all know that Petronas is passionate about progress and all about empowering this social change. So together with Glide, we can work with Petronas to achieve this goal, especially to make an impact in the community and empower this social change. So first of all, Glide will not only create more job opportunities for AI researchers and graduates. This is because more AI researchers and graduates are being brought in to develop Glide, and therefore, on the other hand, will develop Petronas as well. And this instills hard skills such as programming and development, and also soft skills as they collaborate with each other in researchers. Not only that, we also know that Petronas is committed towards accelerating digital transformation, mainly towards IR 4.0 and the Internet of Things. And therefore, we at Glide here can help Petronas achieve this goal by enriching the progressive development of technology and puts Petronas on the road together with Glide towards digitalization and towards the Industrial Revolution 4.0. which includes sensors, big data, networking, and much more. Besides that, Petronas also the implementation of Glide in Petronas also streamlines the adoption of scalable AI solutions, meaning from an idea such as Glide, we scale it down and develop it so that we can apply it in the community. So this not only ensures the safety of the user, but also ensures the sustainability of Petronas in the long run, especially since things are getting more advanced and more technology is coming up, such as 5G and all that. So we can make sure that Petronas stays relevant with application of AI. And besides that, there will be more capable researchers in Petronas who are brought in by Glide, which can perform and address performance risks so that they can address more systematically. Now, since that we look at Petronas, now look at how Glide achieves the Sustainable Development Goals by the United Nations. Now, Target 9.1 states that it promotes affordable and equitable access for technology for all. So Glide is an affordable infrastructure and an affordable solution to hypoglycemia compared to the thousands and thousands we saw just now, right? And Target 9.2, on the other hand, it promotes inclusive and sustainable industrialization. And therefore, Glide is able to provide more job opportunities, not only in the AI sector, but also maybe in the development sector, maybe like machinery. So it will fuel economic recovery, especially due to the economic downturn that the pandemic has caused us. Well, as in Target 9.3, it integrates technology and infrastructure and industry into value chains and markets. So community adoption of Glide is highly feasible because it already has a large demand. Now with the low cost, it can be easily mass produced. And therefore, the 460 million people worldwide can have Glide really accessible to them. So Target 9.5 and Target 9.3 actually have some things in common, which is to enhance scientific research and to spearhead innovation. And therefore, innovation of Glide is crucial to find solutions for health crises such as hypoglycemia, which cannot be neglected. Now, Ong, would you like to touch on the specifications of Glide?
Okay, thanks, Joel. Now let's dive back into the specificalities of the prototype. The prototype consists of two components, the microcontroller and the ECG monitor. First and foremost, the Node MCU 8266, which act as our prototype's microcontroller, the brains behind our project. So why did we choose the Node MCU? It's because it supports Wi-Fi connectivity, is able to work using Blink, and most crucially, it's cheap and affordable. Now let's zoom back out, moving on to the AD8232 ECG heart monitor. This particular module comes with 3 leads that needs to be placed on specific parts of the body, 2 of which needs to place lateral-wise on the left and also the right part of the upper chest, while the last one is placed on the right side of the abdominal area of the body. That's all the technicalities of prototype. Now I will hand it back to our group leader again, Joel.
Thank you so much, Ong. Now looking forward, I'm sure some of you have seen Doctor Strange. So what can we expect from Glide in maybe 5, 10, or 20 years? So in the future, we aim to expand its portability. So Glide is already small and portable as it is, but we want to increase its portability. And how can we achieve this? First of all, we use infrared technology and LEDs to detect pulse. This directly replaces the leads that is placed on the body, as we saw just now, and it only needs to be worn on the wrist like this. Now, not only is that more comfortable for the users as well, but it also reduces discomfort experienced by the user. Not only that, it's also small and compact, and even more now that in the future, we'll make it even small and compact than it already is, so that it can detect hypoglycemia incidents everywhere you go. Next, we also will train Glide to get smarter. Now, I'm sure a question frequently pops in your mind. Because heart disease, right? The first thing we think of heart disease is heart attack, right? But heart attack is something that relates to ECG. But ECG actually has many spectrums. So such as myocardial infarction, hyperthyroidism, and so much more. And therefore, how can Glide differentiate these patterns? Firstly, through the AI. And next, we will train a new model to detect a more heartbeat rhythm so that blood will get smarter. And therefore, it will send alerts not just for hypoglycemia, but those diseases as well, such as myocardial infarction and hypothyroidism and so on, and not just mainly of hypoglycemia. Moreover, we also plan to visualize the data from Glide a bit better. So this enables users to track hypoglycemic episodes more efficiently, such as on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, or yearly basis. So in the future, visualization of this data becomes more seamless, and the user can use this data as well as doctors in order to track their hypoglycemia patterns and also provide solution for hypoglycemia in the future. So Erin, what can we take home for our presentation today?
Thank you, Joel. So, what is the take-home point? Glide is definitely more portable, more user-friendly, and more affordable.
Aside from that, Glide as well offers immediate medical warnings to its users. To top that off, Glide also provides a chance for personnel and experts from Petronas, SenseTime, Microsoft, as well as other companies to work hand in hand physically, mentally, and intellectually. What's better, Glide also supports SDG 9 in industrial innovation and infrastructure. For concluding this presentation, I would like to pass it back to Joel once more.
Hey, thank you, Ong and Erin. So that's all for our presentation today. We hope we have enlightened your ears with Glide, and now that you have not, you can take home something for our project today. Thank you so much for lending us your ears, and thank you so much for being patient with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. I'm super excited to hear your preaching. That was awesome. And guess what? I believe all of us are still wide awake and pay full attention to your presentation because it was super awesome and very well researched. Wow, how long did you take to create or to make this happen for the improvement?
Actually, we're really busy with mock exams right now, so we literally rush everything. So I'm very proud of my teammates that we'll be able to pull off a project of such high quality in such a short time. So I'm very thankful for my teammates as well.
Yes, yes, you should. And oh well, yes, salute to everyone. Kudos. Okay. And I was informed that you guys are in your 17 and still having the mock exam SPM?
Yes.
Trial exam, sorry.
Yes.
Wow, how did you just manage your time, man? Wow, that was very awesome. Okay, so I believe you are well prepared and very ready for the questions from our judges.
Yes. Bring it on.
Yeah, bring it on. Okay, so for this session, we're gonna have Miss Rahima for just number one for question number one, and then we're gonna have Encik Faiz for question number two, and to comment will be Miss Ranchita. So Miss Rahima, are you ready?
Yes, Kin.
Awesome. Okay, but for this, I'm gonna need to unpin one of your members. So who should I unpin? Okay.
You can unpin me.
Oh, okay, voluntarily. Okay, sure, no problem. But you still can answer, no worries. We're just going to put you at the side here. Okay, so let's welcome Miss Rahima to be on stage. Hold on, I'm going to pin you up and bring you on stage. Okay, over to you.
Thank you, Kin. Hi, everyone. Good job. It's a beautiful structured presentation. It's really, really well. And then Ewan, you have a very nice voice. And then Erin, very good in coding, right? So your team, wow, it's brilliant. Actually, I tried to ask few questions, but when I ask, and then the next slide, you show the answer. For example, how can we determine if only will the palpitation, right? But then you answer in the next slide. Actually, not only the palpitation, but the glucose as well. And then, how about what is it for Petronas? What is it for stakeholder? Then you answer to the next slide. Cool. Okay. Just the prototype. Do you have the physical prototype? Have you tried it? Ming Chun, are you trying to get the prototype?
The physical prototype is
yeah. Okay.
here. It's not very big. It's just small. Which if it's big, it defeats the purpose, I guess.
Yeah, cool. Can you explain a bit? Because we have the difficulties. So what is the prototype? Can you 2 to 3 minutes, short one to explain about the prototype?
hold on.
All right.
So this is the no MCU, the microcontroller, the brain lah. And this is the heart monitor, and these are the leads that you need to place on the body. There's 3 of them. And they are all labeled so you know which one to place on which part of the body. And then this is basically if the prototype sense that there's an abnormal ECG, then in that 3-minute time frame that Erin mentioned, maybe it's just a false alarm, or you eat sugar and your condition is stabilized. You can press this button so that the message won't be sent to emergency personnel. And this light, basically, if the prototype sends an abnormal ECG, it will just flash and blink. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, great. Thank you. The one also I intended to ask, but I already got the answer when you said that it's like the sticking wire, right? But then the way forward, you already think to make it portable, like watch and all that. So thank you very much. Very well done. Well done, guys. It's
Thank
a
you so
very good teamwork of yours. Pass to Faiz.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Hi guys. First and foremost, a
Hi.
very good pitch, I would say. And before I give a question, I just want to make one comment. So whenever we pitch something, we sell our ideas, you have to create value to the stakeholders, right? And I think your value is actually it could potentially save costs. And of course, we're not able we can never put a metric on what is the cost of a life. So I just really hope like beyond this competition later on, you guys will persevere and try to put this prototype into market and hopefully it can get commercialized, and because it can potentially, like I said, it could potentially save life. So good job. Again, I don't really have much question because you guys have the subsequent slide will straight away answer all my questions. But I'm just interested, how long does it take actually to do when you put the brain and you put on your body? How long does it take to do all the readings? And have you ever tried it on yourself?
Can you please repeat the question?
Okay, because you will take the pulse reading by placing on your body, right? Have you ever tried to time it? Like how long does it take?
About to say properly, probably 2 minutes, and
2 minutes.
average should be 5 minutes should be sufficient.
Okay, and then they will have to do it every day. For the regular
yes,
monitoring,
for now, yes.
for the time being. Okay,
This project, yes.
And then you said they will give 3 minutes to indicate whether it's false alarm or not. I'm just curious, why 3 minutes?
Yeah.
How you guys landed into 3 minutes?
Yeah, this one is I'll take this part. For this 3 minutes is from my personal experience with my own grandfather. Because my grandfather was hypoglycemic when he was sent to the hospital. So that time the doctor told us that if he was late by another few seconds, the consequences would be very bad. So he said and from what he told us is that it's best to act in 3 minutes, because during that time frame, if anything happens, that 3 minutes can either determine that whether he can be saved or he's too late to be saved. So that is how we came up with these 3 minutes based on my personal experience. So I added it into this project. So we also like to take immediate actions when facing hypoglycemia.
All right, I understand. Thank you on that. And I think the last one would be to talk about, okay, it's cost savvy, that's for sure. But I think what's more important is the level of accuracy, because here you are dealing with human lives, right? So I know you still a prototype, but can you comment a bit on that? Like, how do you really make sure, because this is AI and you have to train them for them to read the patterns and whatnot. So can you comment a bit on the level of accuracy, because I don't want to be buying something, a product that will be, and also it involves life. So the stake is quite high.
Yeah, for that part, we actually did it by training it from the ECG patterns that we have. So for now, we are focusing basically on hypoglycemia only. So we want to see if it's accurate enough. And from our experience, it is accurate. The accuracy is very high. So in future times, we may even also add in different kinds of function for different kinds of heart attacks. For now, we mainly focus it on hypoglycemia, so we can assure that the accuracy is quite correct.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Can I add on also?
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Joel.
Yeah. So basically, using artificial intelligence. So we integrated TensorFlow and CNN actually. We built a whole new convolutional neural network just for this. So basically, we took a lot of normal ECG patterns and hypoglycemia ECG patterns, and we trained like to recognize these patterns. So, oh, this is normal or this is hypoglycemia. So it actually knows the difference. So in the future, maybe we'll put more special cases, so Glide will be able to analyze it more accurately. Currently, it has accuracy of 87%, but in the future, maybe we'll raise it maybe even up to 90% or 95%. Yeah, so that it's more accurate.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the answers, and hopefully I don't have to use it in the future. But just in case, I think all the best to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Faiz. Wow, that was well researched, I would say, because you did mention that the accuracy is actually at 7%. So may I know how much sample did you get just to make sure that you get that accuracy that is?
Okay, I think I'll answer this one. So basically from ecglibrary.com, I actually spent hours actually downloading data sets. So because for AI we need data sets, so it's a part of big data. So I downloaded over 100 images for normal ECG and over 100 images for hypoglycemia. So in that 200 images, we train it over 50 epochs, 50 to 100 epochs. Yeah, and that's how we got the accuracy.
Wow, talking about time management and teamwork, that is just incredible. Awesome. Okay, so last but not least, let's hear out from Miss Ranchita for some comments. Are you ready, Miss Ranchita?
Yes, I'm ready. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay. All right. First of all, congratulations, guys. I think I echo what the two former judges mentioned. It is a well thought out project. So I want to focus my comments on really how to go beyond what you already have, right? So I think very little improvement. So let's see how to expand it further and for you to really look into those critical areas. Firstly, the good I think the good takeaways from here is that why we were really immersed in your project, and even backstage judges were really commenting on, wow, this is a really well thought through project. You have looked at this, you have looked at that. But when I was really trying to reflect on why, it's because of the value that you are looking at, which is you're not going straight to the commercial value. You're starting to add a value to user first, and you're trying to solve a problem that's huge, right? You have like millions, 460 million, if I'm not wrong. So you're not trying to solve a problem that's just for the minority. It's actually a global issue. And number two, you're looking at it from a stakeholder perspective. So really thought out too, and several stakeholders in that sense, and then integrating it with the SDG component as well. So well done. Your research, your groundwork, truly, really, thought through. And then, so let's look at the areas of improvement now, right? You already know what you're good at. So firstly, when I was hearing your comments on expanding it, right, like what's next for this project, you were saying looking at portability maybe in the next 5 to 10 years. But technology is very fast moving right now. I think 5 to 10 years, this is probably going to be obsolete. You're already going to look at Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4 already. So if you're going to look at portability and you're going to wait like maybe 5 or 10 years, then I'll be a bit like, oh, okay, then this is, I don't know whether it'll serve its purpose. So it's very fast moving, so you probably need to look at it faster if you're really wanting to capture the market here. And then also, I think you would really, it'd be very valuable if you can look at what's out there in the market and really compare it, and so that people can see what's your unique selling point. You already have a unique selling point here, but it will really bring to light when you do that comparison. People will be like, oh yeah, really, this is what you guys are good at, this is the added value, this is why we need to choose you, even if you don't already have those added features that some of them might already have, like portability, right? So what's your unique selling point, and how can you reach out to the market already at this point? That will be something for you to do by comparing it with what's out there in the market. So that's when we look at expansion. Now when you look at, I think I want to touch on what Encik Faiz was talking about earlier, right? because you're talking about human lives. So people are going to be scrutinizing it a little harder because it's to do with lives. And I think even, it's so personal to you. So imagine if you bought something, but you were not too sure about the accuracy. I hear you guys, this is a prototype. Definitely, you're looking at data sets, what's available out there. But I think the next step is really looking at, real human beings and seeing if this really works, on living people. And then you will have findings that you can really bank on, and you can really validate, and you can then, assure people that, yeah, this works even, with real human beings in that sense, right? So, yeah, that's about it from my comments. Well done. My comments here are just for improvements going beyond what you already have, and you already have a great product on hand. So good job, guys.
Thank you.
Wow, good job, everyone. Thank you so much, Miss Ranjita. Thank you so much, our panelists, our judges, Miss Rahima and Chief Faiz. And congratulations, guys. Wow, look at that. How many complimentary that you got? I bet you guys are feeling very, very awesome, very great. And must be relief, right? Okay. So congratulations, Ewan, Joel, Erin, and also Ming Chun. That was a very good pitch. And guys, okay, please don't leave us. Okay, just the rest of you guys there, all the other teams, please make sure you spam us with lots and lots of encouraging words, and also lots and lots of emojis just to support all the team members that are competing here today. All right, so without further ado, well, we're gonna invite the next team. So thank you so much again. I'm gonna unpin you guys from the stage. All right.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. See you. All the best for tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Okay. All right. So while we're getting the rest or the last team to be ready, I'm gonna share you our next line of judges that we have for Innovation Advance. Okay. So well, just now we actually have, beside all the pretty ladies, Miss Rahima from Placement Kuantan, Miss Ranjita from Petrosains KLCC, and also Miss Amira. Okay, just now the one that giving us the comments, the wonderful comments, is Encik Muhammad Faiz Hasim, which is our reservoir geologist from Petronas. And we also have next one in line, okay, Encik Muhammad Nizam Mat Zain, a geoscientist from Petronas Carigali. So you'll see that these the line of judges is actually one of our prime partners or prime collaborators that we have here for RBTX Challenge 2021. So guys, as we said earlier, okay, apart from having conduct your research for this project, just make sure that you do keep in touch with us, with all the lines of judges, so that maybe perhaps one day we can just
Dan saya
for your next pitching, okay, or for future pitching. All right. So, well, before we start for the next team, let us enjoy the continuation of the RBTX video just now. So stay tuned and let's watch this interesting video and gain more inputs, shall we? Bye. See you afterwards.
Hai, saya Nebi
dan saya Kimi.
Bertemu lagi kita dalam video bengkel yang dibawakan khas oleh Petrosains. Wah, menarik ni Kimi Spire R ni. Apa lagi kita boleh buat dengan Spire R?
Sebenarnya macam-macam lagi awak boleh buat dengan Spire AR ni tau. Contohnya macam filter makeup awak. Jom kita tengok macam mana nak buat filter makeup awak.
Jom.
Okey, mula-mula sekali kita buka balik Spark AR dan tekan Blend Project. Dan lepas kita tekan Blend Project, untuk memudahkan kita pause dulu video simulator tu. Kemudian tekan Add Object dan tekan Face Tracker seperti macam yang sebelum ni. Okey, kali ni kita tukar sikit. Sebab apa? Kita tidak menggunakan plane, kita akan menggunakan Face Mesh.
Sebelum ini kita guna plane Kan? Apa bezanya dengan face mesh?
Face mesh ni dia create satu plane juga, cumanya dia ikut bentuk muka kita.
Dia jadi macam topeng?
Betul.
Okey.
Kalau tekan material, dia akan jadi macam topeng. Sebelum kita mulakan seterusnya, awak boleh download face reference asset di link yang disediakan ni. Selepas awak download, awak boleh buka face reference asset tu, masukkan ke dalam satu folder, dan kita akan pergi ke texture. Bila awak pergi ke texture, awak akan nampak ada dua contoh muka, muka lelaki dan muka perempuan. Awak bolehlah pilih muka perempuan. Kalau awak nak edit, katakan tidak ada software untuk nak edit, awak boleh gunakan PowerPoint untuk memudahkan nak edit tu.
PowerPoint yang boleh edit gambar?
Boleh sebenarnya.
Oh ya ke?
So awak masuk ke PowerPoint, copy gambar tadi tu, masuk ke PowerPoint. Bila awak buka ke PowerPoint, awak akan nampak gambar tu berada di situ, bentuk petak, dan perhatikan saiznya. Jadi seterusnya apa yang awak boleh buat ialah awak create satu petak yang bersaiz sama dengan gambar muka tadi. Create satu petak dan jadikan dia selari. Jadikan dia selari. Bila dia dah selari, awak tukarkan warna petak tu tadi menjadi warna transparent, dan juga outline-nya no outline. Bila dia dah jadi no outline, awak akan nampak muka tu balik lah. Dan kemudian katakan awak dah ada gambar gincu yang warna awak nak tadi, dan juga bulu mata yang awak nak, dan masukkan ke dalam PowerPoint yang disediakan. Gambar yang tadi tu. Dan seterusnya awak perlu susun supaya mulut yang awak masukkan tadi sama dengan mulut dekat dalam gambar muka tu. Tarik dia lagi sama saiz. Bila dah tarik sama saiz, awak adjust yang bulu mata tu pula. Dan dekat proses ini dia lebih banyak pada zoom in zoom out supaya gambar tadi tu tepat berada pada posisi yang awak nak.
Faham.
Bila dah susun dengan baik, buat lagi sebelah, mata lagi sebelah untuk bulu mata tu. Bila dah siap semua, awak pergi ke selection panel, dan dekat belah kanan awak tekankan yang mata pada gambar yang bawah sekali. So gambar muka tadi tu akan hilang. Kerana kita nak save gambar yang awak dah edit tadi pada saiz yang ditetapkan lah.
Mudah juga guna PowerPoint untuk edit gambar.
Agak mudah, cumanya dia tidaklah ekstensif yang kalau awak gunakan editor image yang lain yang berbayar. Kalau yang mudah-mudah tu bolehlah guna PowerPoint. Dan save kan.
Selepas save, gambar ini boleh jadi texture untuk face mesh saya?
Betul. Kerana kita dah susun ikut posisi yang betul. Maksudnya pada mulut awak, pada mata awak. Ini sekejap lagi kita akan tengok macam mana hasil dia pada kita punya Spark AR. Macam yang tadi, bila dah save, kita pergi ke add asset dan masukkan gambar tadi ke dalam asset kita. Kemudian tukarkan material saja, texture, dan pergi ke gambar lipstick tadi. Kali ini kita tukar kepada gambar perempuan sebab makeup kan?
Yes, feminine.
Feminine. Dan besar kan? Dan play. Kita tengok sama ada gambar tu betul-betul di atas bibir dan mata atau tidak. Dan awak boleh pergi ke shader tu untuk tukar settingnya supaya dia nampak lebih, ada beberapa setting yang akan menampakkan dia lebih cantik bila berada pada muka. Kalau awak dah berpuas hati ni, awak bolehlah uploadkan
Ke Instagram
ke Instagram. Perhatikan dulu, tengok sama ada dia dah cantik ke belum, dan tekan butang upload. Di butang upload ni kita akan tunggu sama ada filter kita tadi bersesuaian dengan Instagram dengan setting. Mudah kan?
Mudah. Akhirnya saya boleh belajar buat filter makeup saya sendiri. Apa lagi yang kita boleh buat ini dengan Spark AR ni selain buat makeup filter?
Kita boleh juga buat quiz. Awak pernah tak main quiz?
Wah, saya pernah main quiz, tapi quiz secara fizikal.
Sebenarnya dekat filter juga awak boleh buat quiz yang apa yang awak nak.
Menarik.
Macam-macam quiz lah. Kita macam quiz matematik ke, quiz dinosaur ke, semua tu awak boleh buat guna Spark AR.
Boleh tak awak ajar saya?
Boleh. Jom kita tengok lagi sekali.
Jom.
All right. Okay, so we are back on stage. So just now that was also another interesting video, isn't it? From Abang Kimi and also Kakak Nabi. So it was all about, well, the pretty apps that you can use just to make sure that you are pretty on stage or pretty on the virtually. Okay. So, well, guys, since we are heading towards the end of the session, so we have the last group for today for this RBTX Innovation Advanced category. So we're gonna invite our last team, which is all the way from Mersing, SNK Sri Mersing, Ade Ram, Moralidara Ram. So I should call you Ram, isn't it? Ram, are you ready? Are you ready to be on stage? I'm gonna pin you up, yeah? Oh, is that Einstein I saw? Okay, Adik Ram, are you there?
Hello.
Hi. Wow,
Can you give me a
profile pic.
minute? I'm setting up my camera. Can you give me a minute?
Sure, no problem. No problem. Okay, so while waiting for Ram from Brainies, okay, to set up his camera, let me introduce you a little bit about Ram. Okay, he's actually from SMK Streamer Sing, Johor, and 17 years old. And the title of this project is about smart home system. So I wonder what kind of apps that he's gonna use, because just now, if I'm not mistaken, we have Devin from SBC Innovation, right? Okay, that we can use the apps Synchro to generate all the objects, all the items that we have, even though from afar. So maybe this one will be more elaborate features that he have to be shared with us today. Okay, and since Ram is still setting up, okay, well, before we invite him on stage, let me share with you, okay, just a little bit of timeline for about this RBTX Challenge 2021. Okay, so, well, as you might know, or for the contestants, I believe you have experienced this journey, right? So actually, these contestants, okay, they have registered with us since October 15. Okay, when they start registration, they have go through a few stages just to be until here today. Okay, so the stages are, okay, they have we have already done qualification briefing session. They have endured boot camps where we have we have meet them, the contestant, along with our judges and also our advisors, just to make sure they sharpen their skills, and also they get some more advices so that they can enhance their prototype and also their projects. Okay, and then we have pre-rehearsal session, which is done in November, and we also have rehearsal sessions, which is done like a few days back no, not a few days back, it's actually yesterday. And now for the grand final, that is how they have evolved from maybe from zero in the first place until a hero that you guys see here today. Okay, and I believe, yes, we have Ram on stage and all set and ready. Ram, are you ready to be on stage? Maybe you can unmute yourself so that we can hear you well.
Yes, I am ready.
You are ready. Very good. Looking sharp as well with the tie and all. Okay, so over to you, Ram. Whenever you are ready, just present your slide and do your pitch.
Thank you, Miss Sakina. So I will. So is the slide is appear?
Yes, we can see the slide clearly. Ram.
Okay. Good evening to judges and my fellow participants. I'm Ram from Mersing Johor. So actually, I'm from Team Brainies and we are consist of two members. But one of my members, he got sick for past few days, so he couldn't manage to join the finals. So it seems like I have to go for a solo run, but I hope everything goes well. So let's go to our project, Smart House System. Okay. So before I explain you about the problem statement, let me tell you what inspired me to do this smart home system. So my mother is a frontliner. She's a nurse. She's working in infection control department. So before this outbreak was getting worse, every day she spent her time with us. It's like it's too often we spend our family time together. But as soon as this outbreak get worse and the cases rises, so in the peak, uh, she got called like for every day. She have to go for the shifts. She couldn't even manage to have her own free time. And after when she came back to work, she have to do all the house chores by herself. But just because we are with her, it's okay for her because we managed to do all the house chores. But I think on this perspective, where what if for the people who don't have their family members with them to help them, and for the people who are living alone in their living places. And
Hi, Ram.
hi.
Sorry to stop you, but is there any script that you are going to show for the problem statement, or is it afterwards?
No, afterwards.
Okay, okay, sure, no problem.
Yeah. Okay. So, sorry. And then when I think about it, it seems like a lot of people are living their life in a hectic life cycle where they didn't have their own time, their own free time, so that they can spend it with their loved ones and their family members. And all of them are stuck in a hectic life cycle where they have still they forgot about their loved one and their family members. So when we see all of these things happen, the person who stuck in this hectic life cycle, when he came back from his work, the first thing that he goes is to his living place, of course, because that's the one place that give everyone their own peaceful and privacy time. Okay, so when they reach their living places, the first thing they remember when they enter their houses how to keep their home in tidy condition, because sometimes out of rush we couldn't manage to keep our houses tidy and we just go to our work. So when we came back from work, when we enters our house, if we saw the condition of our living place is quite messy, it will be it will be a burden for the people who experience a hectic time, and then when they came back to their own living places, they see their living place condition is untidy. So it will give them a hard time. So they have to clean their houses, and if they have family members, they have to cook for their family members, if and they have to also cook for themselves. So after I go through all of these problems, I came with a solution, which is smart home system. Okay, so let's move on to this problem statement. According to dailymail.com, which is a famous news website, it is found that hectic work schedules and sheer volume domestic chores leave little time for family fun. Researchers also found that a typical family will find time for just 15 days out together every year. The average family manages just 36 minutes of quality time together a day, a new research has revealed. It also emerged nearly half of the 2,000 adults polled feel the balance of work and play is skewed in favor of their job. Modern family life is hectic for many parents. Daily chores and housework are an essential part of family life, but can also make home life feel very routine. We want to help parents to make the most of this time and see it as an opportunity for interaction and engagement with their kids, which is not something that gets in their way. So for this whole problem, we came with a solution called as smart home system. Smart home system is a solution to above problem statement where we use IoT, which is Internet of Things, and virtual assistant, which particularly for this project, I personally use Alexa to build a system that can help us to execute all the house chores through voice command and a single tap of button, which through an application called as Blink, and ensures the security of the house at the same time. So smart home system prevent us from doing house chores manually and guarantee us free time to spend with the loved ones. Our goal is to implement this system in almost every houses which contains Wi-Fi connection to encourage people towards digital revolutionization and by providing them time for their loved ones. Okay, so let's move on to this working prototype video. Okay, so I will play the video of my project.
Hello people, I'm Ram Downey Jr. We are living in an era. Hello people, I'm Ram Downey Jr. We are living in an era full of technological equipments and the most famous one is IoTs and virtual assistant. In everyday of life, we are surrounded by a lot of virtual assistants. Google Voice, Siri, Alexa, and of course Cortana. What if I told you that we have successfully created a feature?
Let me bring you into the journey to the virtual room. Let me introduce you to the information kit. Information kit allows us to know our status inside the room. If we are busy, we can tap the red light, and if we are free, we can on the green and text through our phone, and it will appear on the LED screen. Next is the to-do list kit. In our daily life, we tend to forget our daily chores. So when we tap the button in the kit, this kit will help us to show our daily chores and the daily commit cases updated. 3. This is the best part, which is my personal virtual assistant called Alexa. So I personally connect Alexa with most of the equipments tools in my room, and I control all of them just through my voice and command.
That is a nice coffee from Alexa. Okay guys, so why did I choose this problem? First of all, now people are living in an era full of chores and hectic life. So basically, we choose our virtual assistant to solve that problem. So we connect my Alexa to the relay module. So how this is so vulnerable? So first of all, we can avoid electricity waste. When we are outside from our house or workplace, we can just command to our phone to off the light that we forget to off, or the fan, or any electrical appliances. So this can prevent any electric current waste. So that's all from us. When AI and IoT is implemented, we will get really function to everyone in this world, and hope to see you guys soon. Thank you. Bye bye.
So that was the working prototype video of my project. It's a short brief about my project, but now let me explain you quite briefly about my project. So first of all, in our smart home system, it consists of two aspects, which an implementation of two systems, which is virtual assistant and IoT. So the majority aspect of this system is consist of my virtual assistant, which is Alexa, and the minority aspect is from the Blink and Blink IoT. So I will explain to you why the majority is Alexa. So first of all, if we take a look at our product specification, which is the diagram that I'm showing right now. So it consists of Alexa, and let me tell you why did I choose Alexa out of Google, Siri, and other AIs. So Alexa is so vulnerable, and it is so compatible for home automation, because Google and Siri are still in developing in home automation sector, but for Alexa, it is specially designed for home automation and all other cool features. So I personally choose Alexa for our smart home system. And if you look at this diagram, it consists of node MCU, and then node MCU connected to relay module, and then the relay will send the current through to the home appliances. So for this diagram, I give bulbs as an example of home appliances, but as you can see the previous video, I connected with coffee maker, which is not actually a coffee maker, it's just a kettle, and also a humidifier, and also an to the light. Okay, so let me explain you to the technical part of it. Okay, before that, I will show the exact video of how does this Alexa works, and let's take a look at that. Hey Alexa, turn on light 3. Okay. Hey Alexa, turn off light 3. Okay. Alexa, turn on moisturizer. Okay. Alexa, turn on moisturizer. Okay. Alexa, turn on moisturizer. Okay. Hey Alexa, turn on coffee maker. Okay. Hey Alexa, turn off coffee maker. Okay. Okay, so that was the exact working prototype video of my Alexa system. Now let me explain you the flowchart of the project. So start from Alexa Synric server connected with wireless local area network, which is WLAN, and when it's connected, it will go make the relay. The relay is connected to the diagram will goes to the standby mode, and then it will, when we give our command, the Alexa, as an example, Alexa turn on light, and the command is given. So the command will trigger, and the Synric sends the signal, which is the command, to cloud. Okay, and then the node MCU relays the signal from the cloud into digital format, and then the signal that is interpreted into cloud, it will send to the relay, and the relay becomes low, allowing the current pass to the normally open port. And then when the current pass through the port, the lights will turn on. So this is the specific system for light actually. So the same concept is applied for every home appliances that we are connected from the start to the end. And in case if you can see there is a reconnect option where when it fails to connect with the local area network, it will reconnect and then it will goes to the makes the relay goes to the standby mode again. So this is the main flowchart of this Alexa system. Now let's move on to uh, the product specification of this IoT kit. Okay, so before this, I told you that there's two main aspects in my system, which is this virtual assistants and this IoT. So we are done with the virtual assistant, which is the Alexa one. And now let me brief you about my IoT. Okay, so if you can see, I give two diagrams in my slide. The first one is the whole system mockup diagram. So starting from the command given, which is on the most left side of the picture above the Alexa. So when the command is given to the Alexa, Alexa will send to the signal to the relay module, and the relay module will activate the home appliances. As for the IoT one, when the phone is have to be connected with Wi-Fi, of course, because it's Internet of Things, so it needs Wi-Fi connection. And when we send, okay, so particularly we use Blink for this IoT system, and when we send something a message, for example, so the message will be displayed on the kit, which you saw before this on the previous video, and I will explain it more briefly on this upcoming slide. Okay, so as you can see on the right side, I gave an interior circuit diagram of to-do list kit and information kit. Okay, so this is for the COVID cases tracking system, and I will explain to you how did we lively feed the data from a website to the LED display of this information kit. So before that, let's see the working prototype video of our IoT kits.
Let me introduce you to the information kit. Information kit allows us to know our status inside the room. If we are busy, we can tap the red light, and if we are free, we can on the green light. And if we want to send a message to the people outside the room, we can text through our phone, and it will appear on the LED screen. Next is the to-do list kit. In our daily life, we tend to forget our daily chores. So when we tap the button in the kit, this kit will help us to show our daily chores and the daily COVID cases updated. Let me.
Okay, so that was the working prototype video of our IoT kits. So now let me explain you how did we make a live feed, which is a data that change every day, every second, to be feed on the LED display. So first of all, we use Node MCU and an LED display, which is a simple circuit, and we use API, which is application programming interface. So we have to get this API from a website. So we use world of meter reading for this particular project. Let me show you the flow chart. Okay, so as you can see, there's worldofmeter.com. So that is the API that we used for the interface. And then we fetch the data from this particular website, and then it is sent to the Node MCU, and it will lively feed the data from this website to the LED display. So for this particular Node MCU, we have to code it, and we have to actually put the URL of the current website so that it will get the right signal and the right data at the right time. And the cases are keep updating every day. Okay, so this is the project flowchart of this second aspect, which is the minor aspect of my smart house system. So as you can see, it starts and then establish connection from Blink server to hardware. So we use Blink app for this particular IoT kits because it's convenient and it's, of course, it's cheap. And then after it connects to the hardware, it will fetch the real-time COVID data from the World of Meter website, which I show before this. You can see the numbers of cases on the LED string, LED display, sorry. And then the data that fetched from that particular website, it will pass the string from terminal, and then the string will be updated to the Blink terminal. Okay, so that is for the COVID cases kit, and then the second one is for the information kit, where when the button is pushed, as I told you before in the previous video, there will be a red light and green light will be turned on and turned off. So when button A pushed, there will be a green light turn on, and then when button B pushed, it will be a red light turn on. Same for the COVID data. We use the same label for that particular button. So when, as you can see, I pressed a button for a short period and it displays COVID data, and for a long period it displays the daily chores. But we labeled it as button A and button B, but the actual thing is long press and short press. Okay, so button A is representing short press. When we short press, it will display the COVID data, and when we long press, it will display the daily chores and it plays the buzzer sound, which is the Star Wars theme song. Okay, so and then after the cases displayed, that's all, the process is done. And for this also, there is a reconnect option, which is the same as before. If it fails to connect with the Blink Connect with hardware, it will reconnect through the Wi-Fi, and the process will be repeated again. It will fetch the data from real-time data from the World of Meter, and the display and the process is on. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so before we get into the project significance and SDG related, let me tell you how does our system is benefits for the people in our houses. Okay, so as I told you, for the Alexa, of course, everything you can be done just through a voice of command. Example, if you want to make a coffee, or sorry, if you want to boil a water, all you have to do is just hey Alexa, boil the water, and the kettle will be turned on. Same for every home appliances. For televisions on, just you can say, hey Alexa, turn my TV, and the TV will be turned on. So not only this, we can connect this Alexa with almost every home appliances in our houses. Just imagine if you have a vacuum in your house, and when you came back to your work, and you all you have to do is just sit on the couch and command, hey Alexa, clean my house. So the vacuum will be activated if it's a smart vacuum. So it will be activated, and the smart vacuum will start to tidy up your houses. So it is as simple as that. Same for the information kit and the to-do list kit. The information kit is to give privacy for the people in a room, because we, as you can see, we set the kit at the front door of a room. Okay, so when someone is attending an online meeting or an online classes, if you don't want your family members to disturb you and to give you privacy, all you have to do is just enable the red button, so they will know, so they won't enter your room. But so after you're done with your events and online meetings and all, you can enable again the green light so that they can enter your house and you are free to be to have a conversation, or if you have anything to talk with the people. Okay, so same for the COVID data cases, but except for the COVID data, real-time data, for the to-do list kit, we use Blink also, where we have to send messages in through the Blink, and the chores will be updated at the LED display. It's an example. When we are rushing to our work, we will forget about the things that we are supposed to do on that day. So all we have to do is pick up your phone and you just tap. Today we have to cook steamboat, for example. So as you soon came back from your work, and when you saw the kit, the list that you have been updated from your phone, it will keep displaying. which is a way to remind you of that particular day's chores or the supposed to do list thing that you have to execute. Okay, so that is how our whole system works. So now let me explain you about the project significance and SDG related. So we break down this SDG related and project significance in three aspects. The first one is smart home in sustainable cities. Okay, as we can see, in our country, Malaysia, a lot of efforts is going on in order to pursue our country towards sustainability development future, and a lot of green projects is getting executed and getting encouraged in a lot of places. Okay, so the first point is sustainable cities provide access to a wide range of basic services such as affordable and clean energy, which is obviously a true thing. So sustainable, as you can see, Petronas itself have introduced a program called as Petronas M Plus, where they are implementing and they are mounting solar panels on the roof. So this program, it allows us to buy a plant, a solar cell, and then at the same time you are contributing towards a good environment, and also you are gaining profits at the same time, which is a very good idea introduced by Petronas industry. So as you can see in the diagram, there are three pictures. The first one is at the Pasir Gudang. They mounted solar panels at the rooftop of the industries, and the second one is at the UTP, which is University Technology Petronas. So these are some programs or ideas that Petronas is making in order to achieve their aspiration, which is carbon zero emission in 2050. Their main aspiration is achieving carbon zero before 2050. And yeah, these are some of the efforts that they are taking, which is a very good thing. And then the second one is these technologies can contribute to the global efforts to provide urban citizens access to clean and affordable energy, and also helps the efforts to preserve the environment. Okay, so as you can see, all of these technologies, smart technologies, IoTs, will obviously benefits, and it will encourage towards the more preserving environment, because everything that we are using is consist of electrical components. There's nothing that harmful for the environment, or which there's no factor to affect the environment or pollute the environment, because every aspects in these smart technologies is consist of electrical components and also renewable energy, which is I told you before, the project M plus about like the solar cell. Okay, that's like a good example. The third one is advanced tools such as information and communication technology, ICT, are able to assist the realization of sustainable cities by enabling urban dwellings to be transformed into smart homes and smart spaces. Okay, so like I told you before, when you came back from your work, all you have to do is sit on the couch and command, and then everything will be done automatically. So what if we implement this thing in almost every places, not only houses, in Petronas office as an example, in Petronas gas station as itself, because okay, why gas station? If we take a look at gas station, apart from filling fuel to transports, washroom is like the major thing in almost every pump stations. Okay, so for every washroom we need a cleaner in order to keep the condition of the washroom is clean. So what if we implement this smart system in order to keep the condition of not only their washroom, almost in the whole pump station, so we don't need any workers, we don't have to pay for workers. All we have to do is just fix the system, and everything will be done with a single tap of button or with a single command. Everything will be executed. So your clean environment is guaranteed, and also low cost is guaranteed. So if in another aspect, if we think about the people might lose job, like for the cleaners, they might lose job, but it is quite rhetorical problem, because in 10 years, we don't know what job will be, what new jobs will be appeared, because each and every year, a lot of job sectors are keep getting closed due to revolutionizing of technology. So that's why all of us, we are pursuing and we are encouraging ourselves towards uh, IR 4.0, which is industrialization 4.0. Okay, so next, let's move on to the second aspect, which is data. Okay, so as you can see, the first one before this, the SDG is related to smart home in sustainable cities. So now it's about data. Okay, so data, big data, AI, machine learning, these things are quite oftenly speaks, and it is well known by a lot of people in this world, even in this country. But a lot of people, they didn't know how does it benefits or how does it actually works. And let me give you a short brief of how the IoT and virtual assistant can gain data. Okay, so in my particular project, as an assistive technology in smart cities, home automation is able to offer a high level of comfort, sophistication, data access, environmental controls, energy management, and operational efficiency. Okay, so before this, I used API in order to fetch a real-time data so that I can display the data on my LED screen. The same thing we can also do, but for this time we can gain data from a lot of samples. Okay, like the previous group I've told before. So how IoTs and my smart system can achieve this thing? Okay, as an example, uh, as you can see, this is Petronas rig. Okay, so Petronas is their main thing is in production of petroleum, one of the most quality petrol refinery in the world. Okay, so in order to production of petrol, there's a lot of processes like drilling, increasing drilling safety, and then production of pumps and all of that stuff. But okay, let's imagine in this way. What if we implemented this smart system in that refinery? Okay, so a lot of sensors have to be used, obviously, in order to get data. Okay, so with the recent advent of data recording sensors in exploration of example of drilling and production operations of oil and gas industry, it has become a massive data intensive industry. Okay, so when the data are keep collected, we can analyze a lot of things through the data. Example, we can analyze the seismic and microseismic data, and which can improve the reservoir characterization and simulation, and also at the same time we can reduce drilling time and increasing drilling safety, optimization of performance, and then optimization of production of pumps, performance of pumps, and also improve petrochemical assets management, and also improve shipping and transportation, and improve occupational safety, which is among some of the applications of some big data in oil and gas industry. Because when we implement these IoTs and smart system in a place, obviously data is gained because the same thing is get repeated all the time. As an example, this refinery, they keep producing petroleum, and then as an example, if we use a petrol is determined through its viscosity. When the viscosity of the petrol is high, it means the petrol is quite low quality. So in order to have a good quality of petrol, we must have low viscosity. Okay, so what if we use a viscosity sensor in order to determine the quality of a petrol? So every day the petrol is sent to the seashore. After it produced from the middle of the sea, it is sent to the seashore. So through the process, when we fix a viscosity sensor, when the production of oil, it will read the viscosity of a petrol. So this data is it this process, it will be executed for almost every day. So a lot of sample will be gained through this process. So the samples gained, we can use them for machine learning in order to analyze the data, and the data analyzed can be used to produce uh, a more quality petrol maybe, or not only for viscosity of petrol, also for every operational system that function in the refinery. Okay.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, thank you so much, Ram. Okay, so I believe do you that will be your last phrase or last slide for this session, or do you have any more slides to present?
I got one more actually.
Okay, because we are really catching up time, and because afterwards we're gonna have some judges' comments and also questions from the judges. Maybe you can save the slide to answer the judges' question afterwards. Is it okay? Is it possible, Ram?
Okay.
All right. Okay, so let us then invite our judges because we will have the next one in line for your session is actually Miss Ranjita for question number 1, Dr. Hairatul for question number 2, and comments from Dr. Zurita. So I'm going to invite all our judges and also Dr. Zurita for the comment. Okay, so thank you so much, Ram. I'm gonna pin. Can you unshare the slide, please, so that I can pin our judges on stage?
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. So I'm gonna pin on Miss Ranjita. So Miss Ranjita, are you ready?
Yes,
Okay,
Sakina.
sure. Over to you then.
All right, thank you, Ram, for the really in-depth presentation earlier. I think towards the end, you really talked about the opportunities or the potential ways Petronas can implement this technology, right? Or this creation of yours. And so you gave many examples and potential industries that this could work in. If you had the funding or the your choice to choose from, which industry would you want to explore first in terms of collaborating with them to see how it can be best utilized for Petronas? That's it from me.
Okay. So if I would give an option, I would choose the data exploring sector, because in order to have the production of good quality things for the consumers, we are responsible to give good products to consumers. So for that thing, we are required to have more research on the production of our oil, or any, not only oil, almost everything that we are contributing to consumers. It have to be in a good condition. So for that, I will choose the big data sector, because it will help me to form or to create a good product for the consumers. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that answer.
Okay, so I believe that will be all the questions that you have, Miss Ranjita, or do you have any more?
That's it from me. Thanks.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Miss Ranjita. Okay, so Ram, you're still good, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, so because we're gonna have another questions from one of our judges, which is Dr. Hairatul. Dr. Hairatul, are you okay?
Yes.
Okay, I'll invite you on stage, yeah?
Okay, we're gonna make this short. You had a very long presentation, in depth as well. So my only question for you is, what will be your next step?
What would be my next step for?
Okay.
Can,
Ram, are
can
you
you
taking the
repeat the
question?
question again?
Dr. Hairatul, I believe
Can you repeat?
Yeah, request for
So your presentation was quite in depth. Okay. So what would your next step be in promoting or in realizing your innovation?
Oh, okay. So I will talk about on the price aspect maybe because I didn't get a chance for presenting about the cost of my project because the slide was my presentation was quite long. So as you can see, if you compare to the major players in markets like Apple or Google, they are also pursuing their technologies towards smart home system. Like Apple, they are producing Apple HomePods, and Google, they are producing Google Nest. But although the same thing that I do, but in a more low cost implementation, but all the components that I use is off shelf and already available. But for them, they are using their own UI and all own coding, but the concept and the idea is the same. So as you can see for this project, my I didn't even spend my money because I use all recycled product. As you can see, the kit is also I use from cardboard, and I believe that everything that they do, the major companies that selling this kind of system in a costly price, I believe that I can also do the same thing, but with a lower price. Yeah.
All right, cool. Okay, so thank you so much, Ram. Okay, for the answers, and I believe that will be all from Dr. Hairatu, right, for the question. Maybe we can proceed to Dr. Zurita for the comments. Are you good, Dr. Zurita? Are you ready?
And can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you very well.
Yeah.
Ram, okay.
All right. Okay, because it's look freezing on my side. Okay. It's good if you can hear me. Hi Ram, young family man, I can say, because you really look at your surrounding when you want to come up with the innovation project. That is a good thing. We call it as a design thinking skill. Okay. Kina, is it okay?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Your voice is very clear.
Can you hear me, Ram?
Yeah, I can. It's
Okay, good,
clear.
good. All right, okay. So in innovation project, a design thinking skill is a much important value that we have to do before we come up with the solution. Okay, I think you done a good job, but I can't see the um the work that Ram has been done and your partner. There's no I'm not sure whether you did it alone or you do it with your friend. I believe this is a teamwork project,
Yeah,
right?
it is actually because
Okay, good.
we 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 separate it in two parts, like for the technical part and the video part. So for the technical part, I take over. For the video part is my co-mate,
Okay, good then.
which got
And
sick.
I can see that you have a very good technical knowledge. Okay, and I also love the box that you make it as a comment box. Maybe I can use that in my office if I'm busy, so I can just turn on it. Okay, good that. And I'm not sure whether you do some modification on the kettle or not, because I believe that kettle need a mechanical movement. We have to press that things in order to switch on the kettle, but it seems like um, you can control it by the um, IoT system. It's good. Okay.
Yeah,
Um, what I want to tell here is you have done a good job everything, but when you pitch a project, okay, you have to focus on the problem statement that you made earlier, which is to solve for the house chores and everything. So I do hope that when you come up with the solution of the project that you develop should tally with the problem statement. Maybe you can just use, because this is a prototype stage, okay, so you can just use a lot of electronic components such as motors, LED, uh, to make a vacuum, maybe a small vacuum, um, to show that your system can control this vacuum. uh, and maybe you can just make electronic prototype in which you can control the washing machine, but it is not a really washing machine, but it has a motor that you can control. That motor can turn on, to spin, all that you can control by your phone. So that it's really make a significant project when you can show innovation project that tally with the problem statement. Okay. I think that's all from me, Kina, and it's a good work. Good luck,
Thank you.
Ram.
Okay. All right. So thank you so much, Dr. Zurita. That was awesome comment. And I believe, Ram, you did very, very well, okay, with your presentations. And I hope you did enjoy it along the process. You did feel great and good about yourself, because I believe the precious time that you contribute to produce that pitching is must be a lot. Okay, apart from being SPM, in your SPM, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
for the trial and everything. Okay, so guys, since we are heading towards the end of our session, let's give us a round of applause to our Ram. Okay, from Brainy's team. I hope everything goes well from your end, and let's see and hear out for the final. Okay, for the results tomorrow. Okay, so I'm gonna unpin you from the stage. Thank you so much again, and all the best for tomorrow. And with the end of the presentation and the Q&A session, the comment session for Brainy's team, that means we have reached the end of our competition for the day. Okay, so again, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for all the judges that have been along here with us today. We have Miss Rahima from Placement Kuantan. We have Miss Ranjita from Petrosains KLCC. We have Dr. Hairatul from UTP, University Technology Petronas. We have Dr. Zurita, and also we have Miss Amira. Thank you so much, Mr. Faiz, and of course, Mr. Nizam Mazin, okay, for being with us today. And all still looking good and fresh, apart from being such a long day from morning until now. Yes, you guys are doing and feeling and looking very, very good and sharp on point. Okay, and thank you so much for our stakeholders. We have our premium partners from Petronas, from Microsoft, and also from Sans Time. Okay, so guys, we have this booth still on 24/7 for these 2 days. Please make sure that you try to join them as much as you can and interact. And thank you so much for all the teams that are competing today. Let's give them a warm applause for Townmaker, Dropbots, Gen Z, Innovate Makes Team, Techno Hackers, Geo, Brainies, SCB Innovation, and also IZMC. They are doing very, very well indeed. And yes, 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 please give them a lot of comments. Spam the wall with all the emojis that you can, okay, as much as you can. And last but not least, to end the day, I'm going to give a highlight to Mr. Nizam Madzin just to conclude the session. Mr. Nizam, are you ready?
Yes, I
Oh,
am ready.
awesome. So I'm going to pin you on stage. Welcome aboard, Mr. Nizam. Okay.
All right,
Uh,
thank you so much, Sakina.
you're welcome.
First of all, congratulations to all the judges, Miss Rahima, Miss G, Dr. Hayratol, Dr. Zurita, Miss Amira, and Mr. Faiz. Congratulations for being able to survive up to this point. We survived throughout this day. Thank you for spending your time half of this day for this program. Of course, congratulations to all participants. You guys did well. You guys are the finalists. That's actually a big thing. So pat on your back. Good job, guys. Good presentation. I really love all the presentations, all your prototypes. Great work. Just a reminder, all the questions, all the feedbacks by the judges are not meant to bring you down. They are meant to lift you up, to solidify your projects further, so that you can focus more on your projects, focusing on the problem statement. Most of the comments are on the cost, on the scale of the project, on the technical parts covered by Dr. Zurita, Dr. Heratul, great points. As for the values that I've seen, if I relate this to our Petronas cultural beliefs, I can see that all the participants are projecting the cultural beliefs of customer focus, meaning that you are inventing something from the lens of a customer. Be enterprising. You take the opportunities and bring it forward, and also you have the courage to act. Despite your busy schedule, you participate in this program, which is a huge thing. You're taking your SPM exam, and you're still able to come to the final phase at this point of time. So congratulations. And don't forget, thanks to all the parents and teachers who support you. They are your main backbones in terms of the financial support and, of course, moral support. When you are shifting towards your from being a student to being shifting towards your career life, these people will still be your major supporters. So don't forget to thank them and appreciate them. Last but not least, we would like to also thank to Petrosains for having this platform. This is actually a good platform for all the participants to network. Also important in your future work life, bear in mind. Learn from each other. So I'm not going to be surprised if one day perhaps Townmaker will be working together with Gen Z, or techno hackers will be working with Geo or Tropbots. So take this opportunity to learn more beyond the four walls of your classroom. So yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nisa. Well said indeed. Yes, of course. All of you guys, dear participants, you are simply the winners because you have made it so far. Okay, so fret not. Even though you didn't bring back the 1, 2, 3, the top prize winner, but nevertheless, the experience that you had, the journey of innovation that you had along the way is actually indeed very, very precious, and nobody can take that from you guys. Okay, believe in that. Okay, so with that, okay, from us organizers, we would like to thank you. Okay, and then okay, and then please stay tuned, okay, for our grand final ceremony, the prize giving ceremony, which will be held tomorrow, okay, at 5 p.m. So it's going to be on 5 December, okay, tomorrow, Sunday, 5 p.m. And from a.m. until p.m., you guys can just browse through all our virtual booth just to take and maybe to collect more points, to collect more prizes as much as you can before we head to our grand final ceremony. Okay, so with that, thank you so much, everyone, and feel free to drop your comments and feedbacks because we're going to share them on your WhatsApp number. Okay, so with that, thank you so much on behalf of the Petrosains community and on behalf of all organizers and our premium partners, our collaborative partners, would like to say kudos and thank you. So with that, have a good rest, everyone, and see you guys tomorrow for our grand final and grand prize giving ceremony. So bye bye. Thank you so much, all the judges. Yes, and thank you so much, all the participants, guardians, teachers, and fellow friends. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.